Hey, little Deb. Hey, May. Miss Justice is in the house. It is raining here. It is nasty outside. It is October. It is almost Halloween. Ooh, scary. For sure. I have heard things and I'm so confused. You know me, I'm nosy. I want to know. Okay. Jeanette. Oh, Clearwater, Florida. I bet the weather's beautiful there, isn't it? Is it windy there, Miss Justice? I don't want it to get windy here. I really don't. Hey, what is up? Dang, there's Steven too. There's Steven. Okay, so we're going to be talking about a bunch of different stuff because you guys know that's what I do over here. We'll talk about a couple cases. I cannot understand how some of these monsters are doing horrible things, especially to children, and they're receiving plea deals. Elena Hombre. We've got what is their last names? I always mess up on their last name. Daniel Callahan, the brunette case. You have what other one? Madeline Soto case. He was allowed to take a plea deal. I don't understand that. It's just like high profile cases. How are they being allowed to take a plea deal? I guess they're letting everybody know that you can do this, and no, it's not fair at all. Now, okay, so this is a case from here in my town, okay? And I'm going to talk about it, and you will see why. There is an Poppy Darling. Hey, girl. Hey, girl, what's going on? Oh, I just want to say this before I get started. Wow, Lisa K is really taking a hit, isn't she? Lisa, people are getting angry with you. They say you're saying things that are not true. That's what they're saying, girl. They want to see those receipts. You know they do. Now, I'm assuming, I don't want to allege it, because I was watching Benny Keys, and she had mentioned something about him saying that he actually seen Dawn with substances or whatever. Benny says he didn't. I don't know, right? I knew that Benny talked about. I don't remember Benny ever saying that he literally seen Dawn with substances in his hand. So if you have a receipt on that, I mean, it ain't gonna hurt to show it. I'm just saying. Right? Now, look, I get the source stuff, okay? I have to. Y'all are investigative reporters, so, I get when you guys have a source, okay? I completely get it. But, you know, I don't know. It's just easier when you show receipts because then people don't give you a headache, right? People don't call you names. People don't, do stuff like that. But I kind of, over all this time, kind of have, Lisa has a personality. Once you figure that out, it's kind of easy to live amongst each other. When you figure out that everybody's a little different, right? I ain't going no further with that. All right? For sure. Because I mean, what does that mean anyway? What difference would it make? What difference would it make if anybody who went up to 110 Ben Hill Road say that they seen Don with a substance? What difference would it make? Don's already admitted to using substances. He already said he went and visited and picked him up every once in a while, right? Don didn't lie about that. Hey, Lee, thank you. Oh, if I could reach through here right now, I would give you the biggest hug, lady. I would. It's good. Let me tell you guys something. It is really good to have people come in chat that you've known, have been around the entire time you've been on YouTube. And that's, for me, I've actually had my channel, I think 3 years in January. 3 years in January. But of course, I've been around Summer's case from the get-go. Mr. A, good to see you. Yes, it's cold, rainy, and nasty here. Very cold, rainy, and nasty. Now, I'm going to tell you guys what I know of this person. Okay? And honestly, this is what I know of this person. Because he's around my kids' age, and they were my neighbor when he was really young. He wasn't real young, but he wasn't a baby or nothing, but the kids all played together. So Anderson man held on $500,000 cash bond after supplying fent that led to a pregnant woman overdosing and passing away. And the baby also passed away. This is so disheartening for me. Okay, the guy on the left here, his name is Corey Smith. Now, I haven't seen Corey for years. I do know his grandma. I haven't talked to her for quite a while either. But he grew up a few houses down from me. I knew his grandmother. I knew his grandfather before he passed away. I knew his sisters, and we pretty much knew the family. So 2 Anderson men are facing numerous felony charges after police say they supplied fent that ultimately led to the passing of a pregnant woman. According to court documents, 34-year-old Corey Lee Smith and 28-year-old Canyon Orbick faced preliminary charges of dealing in the extreme upper and dealing in a narcotic drug fent. And you guys know what I mean when I say fent. The investigation into the pair began on October 7th when officers with the Anderson Police Department were dispatched to a resident in the 1400 block of Ohio Avenue in response to a reported overdose. And let me tell you, this is the initial article. I will be keeping up with this because I already have so many freaking questions. Okay, court documents show the caller said the victim was blue and that she was 5 months pregnant. The caller stated that the victim had reported overdosed a few trigger warning, overdosed a few days prior, and advised that Narcan was administered, but it did not appear to be working. So this pregnant girl had even overdosed a few days prior to this. They gave her Narcan and said it did not work. Emergency personnel then transported the woman to St. Vincent's Hospital, where an emergency C-section was performed in an attempt to save the infant. A short time later, officers determined that both the infant and woman were pronounced deceased. As officers attempted to learn more about the circumstances surrounding the fatal overdose, they executed a search warrant inside the home. This led to the discovery of a glass jar that contained a white powdery substance, along with a clear bag containing a white rock-like substance and multiple pills. Court documents said the substances later tested positive. Excuse me. Sherry. Oh no, that's a different song, isn't it? Hey Sandy, I'm waving. I'm waving as I'm going past in Poppy's Red Mustang. And don't worry, girl. Hang on a minute. We'll turn around and pick you up. I'm on the... Oh, you feeling better, Wee? I hope you are. I hope you are, lady. I have been sending you the most, you know, a lot of energy. A lot of energy, girl. Okay, so they did test it. It came back positive for fent. Okay, so this is what's being said, okay? Sherry, you are not scared of me. You know I would never do anything to hurt you, Sherry. You know that. I was almost named Peggy. Well, they called me Hat Pint. They called me Missy. They called me Mary. My sister that's passed away, she would just put them together. She would call me Missy Mary. You know, when we were around people, that's what she would say, Missy Mary. Hey, Missy Mary. Yeah, especially at the club. You know, it's like, okay. Oh, I'm glad I'm so glad. Okay, so this is what transpired. The victim's boyfriend had told law enforcement that she had allegedly purchased the fent from a man later identified as Smith. Allegedly, we'll say. Allegedly, it says. The boyfriend said he and the victim had reportedly... Oh, okay. I was talking to my daughter about this. Okay, I got confused. This says that the boyfriend and the victim had reportedly purchased the fent from Corey Smith and this Orbit guy on October 6th, and that she overdosed. So was that the first time? The police then set up surveillance on the home and observed 4 different individuals enter and exit within 15 minutes. That led them to develop probable cause that substance activity was taking place. They executed a search warrant and discovered multiple substances that was later tested positive for fent. They are currently incarcerated in the Madison County Jail on a $500,000 full cash bond. County Prosecutor's Office will make the final decision on whether the two men face an additional charge of dealing, resulting in a passing, which would be a level 1 felony. Let me tell you what I remember about Corey. He just always tended to find something to get into. You know what I mean? Look, I see what he's being charged with. Very, very sad to me. The first time that I remember Corey getting in trouble, because he was always mischievous. He was always doing something, right? And, he would do stuff when he was younger. Then he gets older and starts, continues to do things. And the repercussions are a little bit different. The older that you get and do things, the repercussions are going to be different. You're 7, 8, 9 years old, you do stupid shit, and, you're told don't do that, and get a little slap on the hand, right? You get a little bit older, and it's like, no, mom and dad or grandma and grandpa can't get you out of the messes that you're getting yourself into. I might have even read this on my channel. I don't remember. But I remember Corey getting arrested for breaking and entering. And it was a lingerie. It was a lingerie place. I don't know if I could find that or not. He was young then. I don't know. I didn't pull it up, but I'm sure it's there. And this is sad to me too. It just seems like I knock on wood every day for my kids. I do. I knock on wood for my kids every day. They're not substance abusers. They're all trying to live decent lives and, working and going to school. And, I'm just really fortunate. I'll knock on wood all day long. Right? These kids were kids that grew up with my kids. There is another, I keep thinking of them as kids. I guess when you grow up around, when they grow up around you, I always think of these guys as younger kids. I really do. There's another one that, was around in our life that ended up, he's in prison right now for, I believe it was MATH also. We've got another one that actually, I don't know what he was doing, but there was a kitchen utensil and a woman, and he is now in prison. I'll have to try to pull them cases up. For some reason in my mind, I think that I've talked about him before. I think I've pulled him up before. But Corey was pretty young when he did the hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. There's a mugshot of Corey right there. And it was sad because He was a young kid. He grew up in the neighborhood. Now, we didn't live, I think we lived by him a few years, but um, I just, it's, it's sad to me, you guys. It is so sad to me. It really is. Very, very much so. Um, Fred's name mentioned with Dee Dee. No, it's not May May. It's not. It's not at all. Not at all. You know, the only thing I can say about that is rest in peace, Dee Dee. Rest in peace. That's all just craziness. Just craziness. But when you have someone who is in the community, right? Dee Dee came into my chat a few times. She came into my chat a few times because she said she was at 110 when Ernie took the pizza up there. Dee Dee was around the Summer Wells community for a really long time. So this is just my opinion, okay, you guys. I think that the way that Candace and Dee Dee's husband Fred handled that, especially with YouTube and her being such a big presence on YouTube. I just think that I heard that they didn't even say that she had passed away for a number of weeks. I don't know if that's true. I really don't. But absolutely, you rest in peace, girl. You rest in peace. Yeah, that's fine, Sherry. I still have my dad in my contacts. I still have the last text that my dad sent to me before he passed away. And I will keep that in this phone forever, and I will keep this phone forever. Seriously. I mean, so that's just my opinion, though, you guys. That's just totally my opinion. But no, Corey was, he was younger, and, I would talk to his grandma and grandpa, and it was very heartbreaking when Corey's grandpa died. He seemed to be, the main male figure in Corey's life, and things just kind of, you know, grandma was having to work. They put a lot into trying to take care of their grandkids, and to see this happen like this, yeah, not cool. Not cool. A lot of these people like it because it's quick money. Quick money. I know the other kid that I know that's in prison right now. His father passed away. His father passed away from cancer. He had a brother who was handicapped, and his mother, she worked a job, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. And unfortunately, that led to, and he had a baby. I mean, they don't think about the people, they only think about the money. And why, I want to know why it wasn't taken. If they sold her that stuff and she had just overdosed a few days prior. So why did she still have access to it? The boyfriend knows it, but yet, wow, you guys, that is just nuts to me. Just nuts. Remember, okay, hold on. So, okay, I'm going to see if you guys really listen to me when I talk. Do you guys remember me talking about a child that was placed? Hey, Max 606, whoop whoop, was placed in the juvenile detention, the children's home, basically, I'll call it, right? The children's home. And one of the staff were signing her out, taking her home, and got her pregnant. And she was like, I want to say like 13. She was young. That is Corey's sister. That's Corey's sister. And I'm not going to say her name. No, we didn't talk about that on Saturday, Sandy. I talked about that a while back. I think I might have mentioned it a couple times. But that's Corey's her brother. Corey's her brother. So his objection, hey, objection. So yes, when Corey's sister was younger, that's what happened to her. So, you know, grandma and grandpa were doing the right thing and taking care of the grandkids, and grandpa ended up ill and passing away, and, you know, grandma doing the best she can. Grandma's still doing the best she can. And things start just not going the direction that, of course, we all would hope that our kids go. But yeah, that's the first main thing. I was talking to my daughter and she was like, Mom, he used to get in trouble all the time at school and stuff. But I was like, the first thing that I remember, the biggest was when he broke into the what's it called? Off the top of my freaking head. Lingerie store. Show you how many times I wear lingerie. I can't even remember what the name of it is. For sure. So, I mean, it is. It's so sad to me. So sad. Maybe I'll see if, well, I can guarantee you, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work it for sure. No, it wasn't a Victoria's Secret. It was just a lingerie store, like in a strip mall, you know. My nephew's in a juvenile place because he was trying to be an idiot. I mean, and I don't want, I'm not, okay, how do I say? I don't want to make this a conversation about Hunter, but look at Hunter when he was that age, right? Doing idiot shit. They got him for breaking into a car or something, trying to take a car or something. And I've said this before and I'll say it 1,000 times. Teenagers in this day and age They freak me out. They freak me out. For sure. They do at that age, don't they, Mags? They do, don't they? They think that, yeah, thank you, Sherry. Carjacking. Carjacking. For sure. I mean, it's really sad. It is really sad. All right, let's talk about a plea deal that was made. The little girl that you are seeing, her name is Elena Hombre. Elena Hombre. 17 months old. On January 28th, July 28th, 2023, she was rushed to the hospital. They say at that time, and this case, you guys, I don't even know. I mean, I'm confused on so much of it. So her mother, Erica Lawson, was not together with Elena's father. So the parents were not together. Okay. Elena lived with her mother. A few weeks before Elena passed, her uncle reported suspected child ABUSE, believing someone had possibly taken something hot and put it on her skin. Right? She is beautiful. That's why I picked this picture, Poppy. This is from Facebook. Instagram. It's a child ABUSE memorial. And this is a beautiful picture. So when the uncle reported this, they went to look for Elena and could not find her. She was somewhere with her mother. Okay. Like I said, on July 28th, 2023, she was rushed to the hospital. She ended up, trigger warning, on a respirator. Okay. But she succumbed to her injuries on the 30th of July. Detectives pretty much immediately knew, interviewing the mother, that she was involved. The investigation revealed that the mother knew that Elena was being harmed, right? Leaving bruises on the baby. And it was revealed that mom was a substance abuser and were partaking in these substances while Elena was in her care. Okay, initially she was charged with second-degree manslaughter. That was upgraded. She has pled guilty and received 20 years. She received 20 years. Now, there is a man involved. There was a man involved. It had came out that there was 5 different DNAs found on little Elena's person. 5 different DNAs. But this is the Bell County Commonwealth Attorney, and this is the last update that he shared on the baby Elena case. So I wanted to make sure that you guys heard this, okay?
We are hearing from the new Commonwealth attorney in Bell County, Kentucky. He is prosecuting the cases surrounding the death of 17-month-old Elena Hembry. Her mother, Erica Lawson, pled guilty to killing her daughter this spring. Harvey Gallahan has also been charged in connection to the death.
Harvey Gallahan. Okay, that's the name we're going to remember.
Reporter Andrew McClung shares what's next in that case.
It's a case that has gripped an eastern Kentucky community since 2023, the murder of 17-month-old Elena Hembry. This spring, Elena's mother pleaded guilty to killing her daughter. Yes. Harvey Gallahan has also been charged in Hembry's death, and Commonwealth attorney Mike Taylor says the state believes these are the only two people involved in her death.
So he's saying that there was never anything suggesting that there were any other perpetrators in what happened to Elena. And it's very confusing because Erica Lawson testified against this Harvey guy, and Harvey testified against her. This guy is being offered a plea deal. We're just waiting to see if the judge is going to accept this plea deal, if this plea deal is going to happen. KK, hey girl. Girl, you know if I went the other way, I'd tap that. You know that, right? It is heartbreaking. From my understanding, I'm going to pull up the whole article on it because I got to read it to you guys. It's kind of crazy. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. He is basically pleading guilty to, and I got to get it exactly for you guys because you guys know how I am. I got to show you receipts on it. But it seems like he agreed that he was watching her mother do these things to her and did not step in to stop it. Okay, that's one thing that he's saying. As far as, I mean, we'll just have to get into it a little bit more because I was under the understanding that there was, essay and things like that. I hope they don't give him a plea.
Statements that have been made that there are many more individuals to be charged. There just simply isn't any evidence to substantiate that.
Taylor says misinformation like this,
it makes it just about impossible to do your job, but you can't let that stop you from doing the right thing.
Investigators say in 2023, Hembry died from blunt force trauma.
Now, supposedly, it was trigger warning, shaken baby syndrome. Shaken baby syndrome.
Mother, Erica Lawson, pleaded guilty to murder and was sentenced to 20 years behind.
20 years. 20 years for just saying, I did that to my daughter. 20 years for saying, I did that to my daughter. What did they not have that maybe they didn't think that? I don't understand it.
And bars this spring. That's contingent on her testifying against Harvey Gallahan. Gallahan was charged in May with Hembry's murder. Indictments say he took part in dangerous actions that put Elena at risk and allowed Hembry to be abused in his care.
The reason that indictment against Mr. Gallahan took so long was there was cell phone information that had been sent away to the lab in Frankfurt. Cell
phone information That's what took it so long. Not DNA, right? Yeah, this is the one from Bell County, Mags. Right? Mom got 20 years.
Kentucky State Police Lab in Frankfurt. It took that long simply to get that information back.
Justin Howard has been leading rallies surrounding Elena's case and says Elena's family has been attending them too.
I want to keep this fresh in folks' memory in our community to let them know and to let it be shown that our most vulnerable are the ones that need to be protected.
Yes, sir. Our most vulnerable people are the ones who need to be protected. Right? Is that where you're at now, Max?
Howard says he hopes prosecutors do not offer Gallahan a plea deal because he wants to see the case go to trial.
Yes.
Everything that people have been questioning would be answered.
Yes, it would.
And finally, there could be a sigh of relief.
Taylor says no plea deal has been made, but the state will do what is fair.
Of course, there are negotiations that are ongoing. The defense has to do their job. They have to review the evidence, and I'm sure that.
Look at that picture. She's so beautiful, you guys. How could you harm something so precious, and how tragic?
They're going to engage in negotiations, as is done in every single case that's done. And if we can negotiate an agreement that is fair and is sufficient, then we'll do that. If we
Fair and sufficient. Fair and sufficient. So it's more about sufficiency, right?
can't, then we will go through the process of trying this case.
Again, Elena's mother, Erica Lawson, is currently in prison on a 20-year sentence. Harvey Gallahan is set to appear in court in November. Howard also says he has started a petition for no plea deal to be offered and encourages residents of Bell County to sign.
Okay, so...
And baby Elena's father also sent us a statement today. He says he doesn't believe Gallahan should have a plea deal and says his daughter deserves justice.
I want for that justice. No matter anyone's indifference toward my family and me, we grieve privately every day. Elena's father, young, he was young. On another live I have, it's with Crystal. I always call her Cold Case Crystal. She's under a new name. That's So Crystal, I think, or something like that. She's been advocating for Elena since the beginning, a case very close to her heart. You know, we all do that. There are cases that we come upon that just take our heart, and it's just one that you always prioritize, you know, to other cases, which we shouldn't do that, but we privately all do that. I know, you know, there's just certain cases that want to, you know, is very close to individual people's hearts, for sure. Okay, so let me try to figure this out. Okay, so this guy, and I think I'll have a picture of him here in a minute. Okay, the man indicted in connection with the 2023 death of 17-month-old Elena Humbre has been offered a plea agreement. This was on October 17th. Okay, this was just a little over a month. Bell County Commonwealth Attorney Mike Taylor confirmed to 6 News on Friday that Harvey C. Gallahan had signed the plea agreement and the document had been submitted. The agreement has not been accepted by the judge at this time. It is to be discussed on November 3rd. November 3rd. We'll have to remember that. In the plea agreement, okay, here's the plea agreement for this guy. Okay. In the plea agreement dated September 22nd, prosecutors wrote that the ABUSE and neglect that Elena suffered at the hands of her mother happened in Harvey Gallahan's home. So this all happened in his house, right? I've heard all kinds of different things, Mags. That is why everybody wants it to go to trial, so we can hear factually exactly what happened. But obviously, they were in his home. He said he witnessed the abuse, neglect, and serious injury on at least 3 occasions and did not protect her. He did not seek medical attention, or did he seek any protective agency to help Elena? The agreement also notes that Harvey Gallahan's cooperation allowed prosecutors to secure a conviction for Elena's mother, Erica Lawson, which would not have been possible otherwise. So right here, they're saying him testifying against Elena's mother, right? Right? But then I'm confused because she testified against him. Okay, let me get through it. The plea agreement the prosecutors offered him would dismiss the red rum count he is facing in exchange for pleading guilty to 3 counts of second-degree criminal ABUSE, which are lowered from the 3 counts of first-degree criminal ABUSE of a child under 12 that he was first indicted on. But if I don't understand, because if they're sitting there saying that he only witnessed it and he didn't stop it, he's pleading guilty to criminal ABUSE. So are they trying to say that he didn't physically do anything to Elena himself, but he didn't stop it from happening? Okay, if the agreement is accepted by a judge, prosecutors recommend that Harvey Gallahan serve 5 years for each of the 3 charges consecutively on top of a 5-year sentence in another case. So that's 20 years right now. When he's charged federally, a 51-month federal sentence would run concurrently with the 20 years. Okay. So he was indicted in May on charges of red rum and first-degree criminal ABUSE. His indictment came just before Erica Lawson pled guilty to aggravated red rum, failure to report child dependent neglect or abuse, and wanton endangerment. she got 20 years. On July 30th, 2024, Elena passed away at East Tennessee Children's Hospital. Bell County Commonwealth Attorney Lisa Fugate, she is not the Commonwealth Attorney now, it's another guy, explained that the 17-month-old was taken to the hospital 2 days before and placed on life support. They arrested Erica Lawson the day after Elena passed away. Okay. Okay. Trigger warning, you guys, okay? So this Commonwealth Attorney Lisa Fugate says that Elena had signs of physical and sexual abuse. However, the Middlesboro Police Department later revealed that a lack of male DNA was found during the KSP forensic lab analysis. Elena's cause of passing was determined to be non-accidental blunt force trauma. In the plea agreement from January 2024, that's when the motion to basically Erica Lawson didn't want to, have her own life taken for what she did to a child who could not even speak up for herself. And the order was signed February 2025. So when she pled guilty, she agreed to cooperate in the case against Harvey Gallahan. Right? I don't understand it. Thank you, Poppy, for putting the thing up there. So I'm gonna, once he goes back to court, I really want, I do believe it needs to go to trial. I think we do need to hear exactly what happened, because I don't think a lot of it, I apologize, is making sense to a lot of people at all. At all. But she is a beautiful baby. Beautiful baby. Okay, so now, and thank you, Flies, wherever you're at. Flies reminded me of this Callahan update. I hadn't realized that his accomplice, the female, is getting ready to take a plea deal. Let me make sure I got everything I need to have pulled up on this. Okay, wait. What did I do? What did I do? Her last name is Cox. This case is crazy too. All right, let's just take a breather for a minute. I have a suggestion. Instead of covering cases that have been covered, look for the ones still out there somewhere. I know. What? I'm only doing an update, Sherry. I'm doing an update, Auntie Sherry. Let me know if anybody has talked about the two individuals from Indiana that are sitting in jail on a $500 cash bond. Let me know who's talking about that, lady, for sure. And of course, the name of what is the name of my title, Sherry? Let me ask you that. And Sherry, I will take a suggestion from you, okay? I know she can't help herself. I know she can't. And this is a case close to my heart right here. Freaking horrible. Oh my gosh, you guys. I mean, this is just crazy. Shoot, darn it. Let's see. I want to make sure I get the right one. Okay, so Daniel Callahan, right? Hold on. I want the update. Okay. Daniel Callahan, I showed so much stuff on him, you guys, seriously. And I'm not going to go back and find my live and replay it all over again, but I went through this guy's criminal history, went through quite a bit on this Daniel Callahan character. Now, I didn't go over, her name is Cox. Her last name is Cox. I'll have to find her name. I know her last name is Cox. It's just been a while since I pulled. Oh, Victoria Cox. Her name is Victoria Cox. Daniel Callahan is the one who said that he admitted in a TV news interview that he had done the crimes and he didn't know why. The only excuse he had was what? What was that? Right? Yeah, you can come up if you want, KK. So he took a plea deal. Okay, that's the whole purpose, Sherry. Are you listening, Auntie Sherry? He took a plea deal in unaliving a woman in Indiana. I'm sorry, not Indiana. I got Indiana on my brain. He took a plea deal. He unalived a woman by the name of Callie Brunette. I keep getting her name wrong. For some reason, I kept wanting to say brunette, right? Yes, I need coffee too. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I've been on here 1 hour. I'm going to take like just 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, you whippersnappers. Nelsonville, Ohio. Shout out, Violet. Shout out. Sherry's okay. I know Sherry can say some things. Okay. Let me see what this is. No, that's not what I want. I want to try to make sure that I do this where you guys are understanding. I like to make sure I've got the right info for you guys. So, Daniel Callahan used to date Callie. He goes to Callie's. He unalives her. She has 2 children. She has a 6-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old daughter. He then takes he goes from Louisiana. This is my understanding. He goes from Louisiana, unalives Callie, takes the 2 girls, and drives to Mississippi. Okay? In Mississippi, he has the 2 girls. The following day, he goes back from Mississippi back to Louisiana and picks up a woman by the name of Victoria Cox. They then drive back. Hold on. I just had all this stuff pulled up. You guys know me. They go back to Mississippi. In that process, he unalives the 4-year-old girl. He says by holding her close to his chest is how he put it. And then, trigger warning. Okay. I'm going to say big time trigger warning. He takes the 4-year-old little girl who's unalived and puts her into a pit, a dirt pit. He then takes her 6-year-old sister and places her in the same pit with her deceased sister, Victoria Cox, and Daniel Callahan, as he actually assaulted the 6-year-old little girl. Daniel Callahan said he was going to keep the 6-year-old and use her for unimaginable things that he was going to do to this 6-year-old. He was going to keep her as a sex slave. Okay. He was indicted federally and separately in 2 states in connection with the red rum of a Loranger mother and her child. He pled not guilty. Okay, first he pled not guilty to charges to 2 counts of first-degree red rum, 1 count of aggravated kidnapping, 1 count of second-degree kidnapping. They were seeking the DP. He was indicted this is what he was indicted in Mississippi for: capital red rum, kidnapping, and sexual battery in connection with this case. He had been federally charged with kidnapping resulting in death and transporting across state lines in connection with kidnapping the 2 children. Hold on, y'all. Hey girls, with kidnapping the 2 children. Okay? That was his federal charge. And, okay. Yes, he said that he was going to keep the oldest one as an sex slave. She was only 6 years old when they found her. She was in an area that law enforcement believed had been used and had been used for trafficking. And Victoria Cox is also being indicted on the capital red rum, kidnapping, and the sexual battery charges. So,
Oh my gosh.
Marcy, I have a question about this. Okay, who is Victoria again? I've been trying to go back and listen, and
okay,
you got my attention.
Victoria, I was hoping I could pop a picture up here, but I don't see one.
Okay, so he killed the little girls as mom, right?
Yes, in Louisiana. Louisiana.
So he got her first, then he done all that to the kids, and then
He
took
took
their life.
Well, no, what he did was he took the 2 kids. He took them across state lines to Mississippi. So he went from Louisiana to Mississippi. Now, my understanding is after he took the 2 girls to Mississippi, he returned to Louisiana and picked up his girlfriend or whoever she was, this Victoria Cox.
Oh, okay.
And they did horrible things to the 6-year-old girl. He had unalived her 4-year-old sister. And from my understanding, and I don't know why I didn't have it pulled up, he had placed both of them in a pit, like a dirt pit.
That's
And
heartbreaking.
I hadn't heard that. At first I heard that the second time he got to Mississippi, he actually, I don't know what was going on with him, but he was brought to law enforcement's attention was because in the area where he had put the girls, he was going around trying to get into people's houses and stuff. So they called law enforcement. When they called law enforcement and law enforcement got a hold of him, then he tells them the area where the girls are at. He had already unalived the 4-year-old. And what's weird is he claims that he just held her close to his chest, but
I think I remember something about this.
After admitting what he did to the 6-year-old, I don't know if that's credible information or not.
Like, didn't he go to Jackson, Mississippi or somewhere like that?
Something like that. And then he also, what was I going to say? He also, I showed him his dad's, they claimed his dad was a serial killer. And I showed where his father had unalived this other woman. He said he wanted to be just like his dad.
Wow. I think a lot of this is genetic. I do, because evil, it comes from somewhere.
Yeah, but I don't.
I agree with that statement. I really do.
I mean, it does. I agree too. I agree. It does come from somewhere.
I think people are born with predestinations, not predestinations, but
I do too.
And whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's in their genes. I mean, how can you take out something like that? And
then you say you want to be like your father. That's like, I don't know, it's weird.
He kind of wanted to be with his dad.
It's it's really strange, but that's the way things work in our
Well,
world.
I never heard when I was researching all of it, I never heard of his father doing anything to children, but yeah, as far as
But how would you know that? That might have been.
well, I don't. I'm not saying I know it or
Oh, I
not.
know, buddy. I know. I
I'm
just
just
don't
saying
know.
what I researched. He did unalive a woman. I remember that specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, his dad did.
Yeah,
His
like Sandy
dad
said,
did.
often they do what was done to them. That's true too.
Yes, that is true. They
They don't know
mimic
any different.
what their parents or their caregivers or caretakers do.
And that's just
Oh,
like people with
absolutely.
narcissism. You're
And
not born with
they mirror.
narcissism. That's learned behavior.
Yeah, it's called mirroring. Cotton Candy, I know you do. When
Yeah.
they mirror other people's emotions, they don't feel them.
hmm
They don't
Just like
actually feel them,
narcissists.
but they just look at. That's what a narcissist is. They're
Yep.
just
Right,
they're looking at you, and if you're really sad, they're gonna pretend like they're sad. I'm
right.
just,
hmm
and if you're happy, they're gonna pretend like it's the best thing in the world. All they're doing is mirroring.
And if you're in a relationship with them, you leave, they'll love bomb you to get you back and do the same
You
stuff
better
over and
run.
over.
You better run like hell. I'm
Oh,
telling
I
you.
learned my lesson on them monsters.
Well, he tried to say that at first he tried to say he thought it might be the Prozac or some shit he was on.
Oh
Um,
no! You're not gonna blame it on that. I do
okay.
believe. I believe this is genetic. I really do.
Me too. Some cases I really do believe genetics. I
I
do.
do too.
I mean, he was always doing crazy stuff like here, I'll play this for you guys real quick. This is
Sandy, so much is learned behavior. That's true. Learned behavior plays a lot.
WWLTV, and I think this is where he's admitting to guilt.
To find out more about the investigation into the tragic discovery of a mother found dead in Tangipahoa Parish, law enforcement later found one of her daughters dead in Jackson, Mississippi as well. The second daughter was found alive. Good evening, I'm Katie Moore.
And I'm Sharice Gibson. Today we learned more about the suspect Daniel Callahan and his long history of alleged domestic abuse against women. And we also learned that a woman was arrested for allegedly being Callahan's accomplice.
Lily Cummings is joining us live tonight from Tangipahoa Parish with an update from the sheriff there.
And I'm sorry, it's fucking sick that a man would touch a child, but another woman
To allow it.
That is fucking sick to me.
To
I'm
allow
sorry.
There's
All
no
of it.
moral compass or anything there.
I
I
mean,
can't do it.
all of
people,
it is
even
sick to
me.
me.
I don't have any children, but I have a maternal instinct. I'll tell you that right now.
Right. And
I
I
mean,
think that's one thing women are born with, right?
thank you,
I'm not
Wee.
gonna
I
let
adore
anybody
you,
hurt a
lady.
child. You try to
Thank
hurt
you.
a child, I'm gonna be on it, honey.
You're right. Like when we're little girls, we play with baby dolls. We comfort them. Most of us usually love animals. And,
Oh
I
yeah.
think that's just
Oh yeah.
nurturing, and
I know.
You know what's fucked up even more? This Victoria Cox
cock.
lady. Yeah, show you where my mind's at.
Dickhead. Not
Uh,
Well,
dickhead.
what's
yeah.
effed up with
This
everything
this
is these
Vic-
predators offer stuffed animals, kittens, puppies, candy,
Yep. Yep.
everything you can think
Victoria
of
Cox.
in the world to entice them.
Victoria Cox.
Now, I
it-
hope all parents have taught their children about stranger danger. I
Good
mean,
night, we.
the thing about it is Victoria Cox allegedly lived right down the street from Callie and her kids for a
So maybe she was
period of
scoping them
time.
out for him.
No, I don't think she was scoping. He dated Callie at one time.
So that's
Really?
how he met Victoria.
That's how he met. That's how he knew Callie.
for real.
Allegedly, Victoria was somebody that I think he was kind of dating her on and off or something. I don't know. It
Or
was
trying
really
to find
weird.
out something. Hey, women out there, don't you dare entertain a man when you have young children. If you go on a date with that man, you better haul all your arrest children.
It's not
up
like
there.
it was even 10 years ago.
Yeah, don't even do it. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I agree. I
Right.
could.
I would not do it. I would not do it. I would not do it. Even at my age, I'm about 5'6".
Well, what they need to
I wouldn't do
understand,
it.
and people need to give classes on it to some of these women. These predators, they like women. They like single women.
They
They like
like
women
women
with
with
children.
children.
They like
Vulnerable
women
women.
who go to work, and
They like
then they
women.
come and stay with them. And then when they come and
Yeah.
stay with them,
They
then
babysit the kids while the
yeah,
mama's working.
Yep.
boyfriend gets to babysit the kids. Boyfriend takes complete control of the household, of the kids, and most times of the woman.
And he don't even
Um,
freaking work or nothing. He stays home and bums all day and
yeah.
Yeah.
talk to him what else.
Well, we know a lot of the end results of the what else.
Yep.
They're doing horrendous
Unfortunately,
things to their children, and these women feel like they're in a situation. A lot of them don't say anything, and that's because maybe they
we look
need
alike.
a babysitter. You know,
That's what I was going to say. They need a babysitter because they got to work to
We look
provide for that
like-
baby,
we
and
look
they're not
alike.
thinking logical.
No, these
Absolutely.
women, no, they just fall in love with somebody because you know why? Some women cannot live without a man, and that's
I
Well,
used to be
not-
like that, and then I grew up.
not only that, Sherry, but sometimes women have been so demeaned, or maybe they were in a relationship with,
yeah, and I think this one is
where
so
they
much better.
and yeah, the grass is, a lot of people are like, the grass is always greener on the other side of the hill, and it's freaking not. I don't care.
You know,
what
like if you
anybody-
find this amazing single man that just would give you the world, that's a big red flag right there. Because if they were so amazing, they wouldn't be single.
Right.
All the men my age, they're either divorced, married, or gay.
I like a good gay guy.
Well, that's not.
They're
That's
pretty
not,
good friends.
They do make good friends.
They
But,
do.
yeah. But anyway, I'm not looking for anybody.
Me neither, Auntie Sherry. I like being single. I can
I
do
do
what I
too.
want. I have the whole bed to myself. I ain't got somebody nagging at me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the nagger, honey. Don't nag
nobody.
at me.
Nobody snoring. You don't have to kick them and say, "Shut the hell up."
I don't have to worry
put-
about piss on the toilet seat. And
You know what? I made my husband wear his T-shirt backwards and put a tennis ball in the pocket.
Okay, let me finish this, Sherry.
Lily Cummings is joining us live tonight from Tangipahoa
time he's
Parish
going to
with an
store,
update from the sheriff there. Lily?
And we're going to see if we can ask him a question here live at 6 o'clock. Mr. Callahan, do you got anything to say?
I would like to
For that.
unfortunately, on Lexapro, sober,
Bro.
no drug.
oh,
On
yeah,
Lexa-
I remember
on-
this face.
Yeah,
I remember him.
Lexa Pro. He's sober, no drugs in his system, and he did it.
in my system. I did.
Why did you kill the 3-year-old girl?
I have no reason for what I did. All I know is I want to say I was sober and only on Lexapro and off Lexapro.
So old boy's telling me that he's just a sick son of a bitch,
Mm-hmm.
right?
He's telling
And,
me he doesn't take his medicine correctly.
No, it didn't have anything to do with that. That man actually harmed that child. There's no excuse for it. He
Well,
did
You
it.
know what you're doing, something like that, on or off medicine. I'm sorry. You know better.
Yes,
He-
you do.
He had to have known better.
Yes, you do.
He
You
went.
know better to do something
He
like that
went
to a
to
baby.
2 different states. You're not going to tell me that you
This-
have a 6-year-old and a
This
4-year-old
bothers me a
in the
lot.
car with
Me
you,
too.
and that you're throughout that whole time
This bothers
not
me.
thinking what you're doing is wrong. Right? Now, see, Sherry, why Remain Calm does updates sometimes, okay?
Yeah, I'm glad you did on this because I remember when this very
Yes.
first happened, but I didn't remember any
I
details.
understand.
So I'm
Yeah,
glad you do
well,
stuff like
like I
this.
said, I was glad because me and Flies, we were talking, and she was like, "Did you hear about that update?"
Where
And I
is
was like,
Flies,
"No."
anyway?
She's around somewhere.
Come here, Flies on the coleslaw.
She's around
Flies is
somewhere.
the
I'm sure.
best.
Yeah, she's been covering a lot of the Whitaker family stuff.
Oh,
So
okay.
That's some weird crap over there on that.
Okay.
yeah, that is
Well,
some really weird
you
stuff.
can study that forever. But
Okay, let's finish this, Terry, or I'll never get through it.
okay.
And I'm also diagnosed borderline with multiple personality disorder.
Okay, so now he's saying he's also diagnosed with multiple personality disorder.
He's looking for an insanity.
No, he can't because he already did, and they sent him to evaluate him to see if he could stand trial. And they evaluated him, and
Yeah,
when
and
it was time, they said, "Here you go. He can stand
But was
trial."
this before he got evaluated? Because I'm like Auntie Sherry. It
Yes,
kind of looks
this
like he's
is
looking for an insanity plea.
this is right after they arrested
thank you,
him.
Cotton. I was
Yeah,
curious.
so this was before they mentally evaluated him. Is what I'm
Right.
Okay.
saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is before he
I just said,
even
was
went to
he
court.
looking? I said, was he looking for that insanity?
Yeah, that's what it seems like he was. Then they evaluated him, realized he was full of shit.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, his family and stuff pretty much said that he was a loose cannon and weird and did all kinds of,
But that doesn't matter.
freaky,
Did he have a
illegal shit.
doctor? I bet he didn't have a doctor, did he?
Oh, I don't know anything. Yeah, I don't know.
But
I
you
can't.
notice a lot of these cases, they first go to the mental disorders and stuff. They always go to that trying
Yes,
because they
they
know an
do.
insanity. They know an
Absolutely.
insanity plea is one of the number one things that can get you out of a case.
Right. All right, let me finish it.
Okay.
And I have not got to help to a lawyer.
See, he didn't have a
And I'm
lawyer
on
yet.
suicide watch, but I'm not suicidal. But
Did you
I think
kill-
it's the
did you
I think it was the
kill her mom?
I think
Did
it was
you
the
kill
side
her
effects
mom?
of the Lexapro.
Did
that
you kill her mom?
His mom.
Aaron's mom.
I'm at Rankin County Jail if y'all would like a interview.
Do you regret what you did?
Completely.
You regret what you did?
I would kill me, and I have told them everything that I did, and I have agreed to not fight it, speedy trial, and whatever it is.
He agreed to a speedy trial. He admitted to everything he did.
Yeah.
But in the end, what did they do? They gave
When
him
he
a
was
plea
first
deal.
getting in that car, did he say something about a plea deal? Sound like he said, "Give me a plea deal." Like when he very first
No,
was getting
he
in the car.
said, here, let me go back to it.
Sorry,
Did he get
No, you're
20
fine.
years? Did he get 20 years?
Hell no, he got more than that.
but he got a
you're-
plea deal though.
No, you're thinking about, I just talked about the Elena
Oh, okay,
Hombre
okay,
case.
okay.
And
Excuse my
yeah,
dementia.
no, my fault. I probably confuse a lot of people because you know me, I
No,
talk
that's
about,
why I like having conversations like this on stuff that gets my attention, so we can discuss it like
Right.
adults here, and
right.
we all have our
Nobody
opinions.
fights with anybody.
Well, I
not
do have a
Right.
live. I do have a live or two where I went through the whole case, the whole timeline, showed pictures of him and this Victoria Cox, and went through, different things, and his
How
sister,
does somebody
you
do
know,
this? I don't understand
because
it.
he's sick.
I've
Okay.
had so many psychology courses, even an aberrant psychology course. And
Hey, Genevieve.
it talks about, bestiality and everything in that course. But I'm
Oh,
aberrant.
bestiality. That's another one that gets me, man. Oh,
Okay,
Well,
let me
anyway,
play this again.
the course I
thank
took
you.
Do you regret what you did?
is all about this kind of thing.
You regret what you did?
I would kill me, and I have told them
It was a
everything that I
little bit
did,
before that.
and I have.
Before that,
Yeah, just like a few seconds,
okay, hold on. All right, here we go.
maybe right here.
Okay, hold on. I'll back it up just a little bit more.
Thank you.
Effects of the Lexapro.
Did you kill her mom?
His mom.
Aaron's mom.
I'm at Rankin County Jail if y'all would like a interview.
Do you regret what you did?
Oh shit.
Completely.
You regret
Say
what
right
you
there.
did?
I would kill me, and I
he mumbled
have
something.
told them everything that I did, and I have agreed to not fight it, speedy trial, and whatever it is.
You hope for the death penalty?
For what I did, lethal injection is the easiest thing for me.
Wow.
Are you pretending to be crazy?
Oh, I'm not pretending to be crazy. Look me up in Region 8, borderline multiple personality disorder. You better look it up.
So you have no-
Pretend to be crazy. I'm certified. I was only out of nut house 2 weeks now.
He
He
was
was-
fired just 3 weeks.
He was only out of the nut house for 2
Has
weeks
he-
now, he says.
Has he read the DMS-5? That's all about
I mean,
all these kind of people.
Wow, what a fucking loser, man.
Okay, so
If you want to buy an expensive book and read it,
this is what happened.
DMS 5. Just research it.
So on
Is that
September
a
Made about
game?
26th,
every sociopath, psychopath, everything.
okay, September 26th, the district court in Amite, this morning, Laranger Red Rummer Daniel Callahan was sentenced by a judge to 2 consecutive life sentences for 2 counts of first-degree red rum. He appeared in court and changed his plea to guilty. There was numerous family members there. It was, I assume, horrible. In the courtroom were District Attorney Scott Paralox, Sheriff Gerald Sticker. What? Although the crimes happened before this guy took office. Callahan will serve these 2 Louisiana-based life sentences first, meaning any sentencing from the federal court or Mississippi State Court will follow these sentences. So they're getting him for 2 counts of first-degree red rum in Louisiana. Then now Mississippi's going to get him for the, I believe, see, that's what I'm questioning, because I'll have to pull it up and see, because I want to know what federally he's being charged for, because does that mean he unalived the little girl in Louisiana too? Because they just charged him with 2 consecutive charges.
I thought she was unalived last. So wouldn't that be Mississippi where it was last?
Yeah, Mississippi is where the 4-year-old's remains were found, with the 6-year-old in the dirt pit.
Okay.
So,
okay. Well, that just explains that.
Well, yes, but that's not saying that did he unalive the 4-year-old in Louisiana and move her body across state lines, or did he actually unalive her in
how are we going to
Mississippi?
find that out? How are we going to find that out?
Because remain confident about everything. You know I'm going to find it out.
I love her.
So, I'm nosy.
I know you're nosy.
You know what else I was nosy about? So I heard them talking about that Roe lady. Supposedly she's got a bench warrant out, or I don't know. I just heard that law enforcement was looking for her.
Bro, that used to always be on here running her mouth at everybody that hurt the horses.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something
I'm
to do
surprised
with,
she hasn't been in prison yet for arrest for large. She's weird.
something to do with animals or something.
Again?
That's what I said, because all the charges that I seen.
Now wait a minute. Who are we talking about here?
I don't know how to explain her. She
I don't
hurt
know
some
how to
horses.
explain
I
her
know
either.
that.
Well, she wasn't, they said taking care of them, I guess, right? I don't.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but
I don't think, I mean, yes, there was a problem with the horses. I don't think that she was physically harming them. I think that they said that she just wasn't, taking care of them as far as the feed and different stuff like that.
Who is this?
It's knowledge is power, Sherry.
did she go by Raven too or something?
Raven Rose or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
telling
boy
you.
used to go after her?
That's weird. Well, that's the thing, because most of those that's why I guess I still don't understand a lot of it. But yeah, it was just like the animal stuff. And the last thing that I seen was something in 2019. I don't know if she threatened, this is alleged, I don't know if this is true, but somehow maybe threatened the animal rescue people or something. I'm
It
not.
wouldn't surprise me. That woman's nuts, man.
I couldn't
I
understand.
don't even know who you're talking about.
You would know her if you seen her or listened to her. You would know her,
Knowledge
Auntie
is
Sherry.
power. Is that what you said?
That
You'll,
was her name when she
Sherry,
started out.
you'll know who she is if you ever see her.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
White
she's
boy
such.
used to go after Auntie Sherry.
I
White
don't,
boy radio.
I didn't
Uh,
mess with her just because I wasn't going to give her that attention.
Then she was buddies with Sherry. She's been buddies with everybody, and she's a whack a job.
who?
Row, knowledge is power.
I'm particular about who I hang with.
I am now.
You
I
didn't
don't.
know? Well, if you're up here,
I
we're,
think
I'm up.
you guys are the only people I hang with. I feel
Hey,
there's
Cotton.
there's a
Yeah.
few chats I feel comfortable going in, but
Was your name ever Cotton Candy Boobs?
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Okay, I know who you are.
Yeah, the boobs.
Why
I
didn't you
wanted
tell
to
me
get away.
that? Why did you
That's
tell me
me.
that? I'm like, oh, I bet that is, but I'm afraid to ask. I bet it is,
No, never
sir.
be afraid to ask. You don't know if you don't ask.
Okay, so this is what Daniel Callahan ended up doing.
Thank you, baby.
He ended
You're
up
welcome.
entering a guilty plea and pleaded guilty to capital red rum, a sexual battery, and 2 counts of kidnapping. The judge sentenced him to life for the capital red rum and a sexual battery and 30 years each of the kidnapping charges. They're to run consecutively with each other with the sentence he received in Louisiana. We already know that he got
him
2
not
life
leaving jail.
sentences for that.
Him not leaving prison. Him not is not. Him not is leaving prison.
He
Well,
might get some jail justice if he ever accidentally goes out into gen population, you know?
well,
If they put you in general population, I'm
Yeah, you're
telling
screwed.
you,
He's gone.
people, if you do anything to a child, they hate child killers. They
And they hate
them.
woman abusers.
They do, and they'll go after them in gangs, and
Hmm.
you don't have a
They'll
choice.
torture that man. They will torture him like
I
he
know
did him
they
with
will,
girls.
one by one.
Mm-hmm.
and what was sad was her dad, they hadn't heard from her. The mother's car was parked, I believe, out in the driveway, and he ended up stealing the mother's car.
Well, that's pathetic.
And yeah, so he the area that they found the 6-year-old and the unalive 4-year-old was in an area that they came out and said there were big time signs of trafficking in that area. They found cages. They found everything that they believed that trafficking had been going on in that area.
Wasn't they found something around an animal shelter or something other? I can't remember.
No, they found a bunch of cages and stuff on this property and this house.
Those were for the children.
That might have been what I was thinking about.
And
that's crazy, man.
It is.
I don't even put my dog in a cage, let alone a kid. Like, what the fuck?
Makes me damn sick.
My little dogs are my world.
I wouldn't put my Lola in a cage. She's never been in a cage. She's never been
mine neither.
She's never been in the vets to stay. I always hire somebody to look after my house if I'm gone for a week and take care of Lola.
Well,
I
Victoria
couldn't imagine harming a
and
kid.
it's somebody I know. And I'm not. No, she's my baby. I'm telling you, this dog is my baby. She wants to be next to me 24/7.
I know Victoria Cox is set to go to trial on December 8th for first-degree red rum, aggravated kidnapping, and the sexual battery. So we know what she did. Well, we don't know exactly what she did to the 6-year-old, but we do know.
Suspect.
But I'm wondering, was she had to have been with him when he unalived the 4-year-old, and maybe that's why she's getting the red rum charge.
You know what? Some people threaten people. They threaten them. In many cases across the board. Many, many cases, if you get my many cases. But because
This,
there's a threat. There's a threat there. So those people
And you
are
get
not
out, you're gonna have a target on your back regardless.
exactly. And if you say anything, somebody's gonna come after you. You're gonna be the next one dead.
Because look at Harmony Montgomery. That's the case that broke me with kids and true crime.
Honey,
Her
would you like
stepmom got out of it because she snitched on the baby daddy that took Harmony's life, but she was in the car when it all happened. Like, how in the fuck did this broad get out
Yeah, how do you not know? You stupid.
when you was living in the car with them when it happened?
Hey,
well, bless her
I've got
heart.
some.
They were making her go to the restroom on herself and then
Yep, it's
demeaning
sad
her
that
Yeah,
over
that's
case.
it.
sad.
And,
That makes
you
me
know,
sick. The whole thing makes me
um,
sick.
They wouldn't give her water, all kinds of stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
And, which was even worse because she had siblings in the car that
Hmm.
obviously weren't treated that way. And,
They got taken care of. Yep.
I need to
well,
tell
But
you. I
But
need
the
to tell you
stepmama
guys
was in
something.
there when it all happened. Like, I just don't understand. Just because you snitched, you done the right thing by snitching.
Cotton Candy, I want to hear what you think about what I have to say next, with Remain Calm's permission.
just don't
Keep it
say anything.
PG.
Dress up your words. How about that?
Don't what?
Dress your words up for social media.
Say like
Okay.
red rum or essay, you know.
I don't know. I don't do that, but I have written down a list of deceased individuals,
Okay.
and yes, I have. And may I mention them?
Yes, ma'am, you may.
Allie, Leslie, Jose,
Oh
Cotton,
yeah.
Dee, Don's mom.
They've all
Li-
passed away surrounding summer.
Wait a minute,
Right.
Lynn Harris, Grandis's niece. I think Ricky Crawford, and
Yeah.
missing is Summer and Rose. So that's about 11 people. And
Yeah, there's quite a bit. Yeah.
I did a whiteboard, okay, and so everything came back to one single thing. It's like,
John and Candace.
wagon wheels and a hub. And, and I tried to see if that one had a connection to that one. No, they didn't. So I would try this one with this one. Yes, they had a connection. And I kept just doing it until I found out that, I'm sorry, Candace, that Candace is the only common denominator of all the people I forementioned. Okay? That,
Right.
that's what I
That
found
is
out.
true.
That's
Well,
what
let
I
And I
me
don't
found.
ask
believe in
you,
coincidences, it's not a
since you
coincidence all
kind
these
of
people died.
you kind of, went somewhere I really wasn't going to go today, so let me ask you this, Sherry.
Yes.
What do you think about what is going on with Candace right now? What do you think about all that shit?
Well, I think if she was back on the hill, everybody would know it. But I don't think she is. I don't understand why she didn't render aid. I mean, she's watched enough TV to see how you do chest compressions. I don't know what she did. I don't know if she was in there. I have heard she was sitting on the sofa. Uh, I don't know who she called. She didn't call 911. I know that. Uh,
Well, that's what they're saying, but how do we? I
Didn't
mean,
Dawn allegedly call 911 or something on three-way or some shit? Or
I don't know, baby, about that. I'm not
yeah, I
sure.
don't need. I don't
well,
know.
I
okay.
don't
So let
think
me
he.
just ask you guys this. So
I don't think he did. Cotton.
we don't know what actually happened. All we know is someone that was close to a lot of people's not here anymore. And I'll say it again, rest in peace, Dee Dee.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But look at the situation. Why? Okay. What is being said is Candace originally even went to Dee Dee's because she wasn't being treated very nice. I'll say it like that.
Okay. Well,
Is that
So,
when
her
she almost
friend.
got ran over?
Go ahead.
supposedly,
Go ahead, Cotton.
I mean, I haven't seen. I don't know. I mean, they said that her and Don got into it. There was a little bit of, you know, chug-a-lugging going on, and
There's so much hearsay in these cases. It drives me nuts. Not saying you
Yes.
remain calm because you're saying that's what you heard and allegedly, but there's just
Yeah.
so much from so many people. And like we
Yeah.
talked about the other day, I
I've
think we would have
heard.
gotten more
I've
answers if this
heard
case
she
didn't
was
blow up like it
holding.
did.
I've heard she was holding Dee Dee's hand. Then I heard she was sitting on the sofa. Then I heard that prior to that, she called Fred multiple times when she was in the hospital before she got released, whatever that was for. And, and why she didn't render aid, I don't know.
hey,
Okay.
Genevieve, if you want to pop up here, I'll
All
drop
you
the
gotta
link.
do,
I like
More than welcome to
Genevieve.
come
all
up.
you gotta do is do some compressions on the chest.
Well, that's
But
what I'm saying
but
is, though,
the
listen,
autopsy. Okay, listen to
listen to
me.
what I'm saying, because
I
Listen
love
to
Auntie
me.
Sherry. She
this
gets
Listen
is
to me.
going.
where I was going to ask a question.
Well,
Okay, there's no doubt that there wasn't DV going on at 110 Ben Hill Road. Dawn, Candace both giving it back
I
to each
know
other.
I got
But
trouble.
I'm not done, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Knowing, this is what I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that stuff really goes on, they've showed us, how can people basically tell Candace that she needs to go back to 110? You get what I'm
I don't
saying?
tell anybody where to go.
No, I know you don't, but that's
Get
been,
her, RC.
that's kind of been how things have been going, that people, believe that she needs to go back to 110 and be
They
with
don't let her
Dawn.
think for herself.
Well, I,
why there had to be a reason why she left.
yeah, they
But
said
she's
it was
left so many
because,
times and went
And
back.
we've heard it all before, and I've seen the evidence.
well, what I've heard all the time too, and this is what kind of got me, was the fact that I don't have the money to get home. And it's like, well, then the possibility of you not coming back is going to be there if you don't have the money. Because I
And
guess,
she's got them medical issues and stuff, and we know she's not all in the head. And if she could get help from the state, big time. If she really wanted help, it
yeah,
could be
but I'm not
different.
gonna, yeah, but the thing about it is
No, we don't need to
I'm
go
not
that
gonna,
far.
yeah,
She
not her
graduated.
being,
She graduated high school, but
yeah, I don't think she's
I think she was in well, she told me she didn't like the classes that were hard. She just took the low ones.
Yeah, I'm not
So
saying she's fucked up or not. I'm just saying though, with her history and stuff, like she could get into a homeless shelter and start from there. You know what I mean? And
well, she's been there and done
there's
that,
resources out
and
there
look
to
who,
help her.
well, this is what I said too. Sometimes when we look back and what we do know of Candace's life, and it seems like she's always in one way, shape, or form had a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I can't sit here and say she did something DD or whatever. I wasn't there. I don't know.
I don't think she could pull that off, honestly.
But I see Candace leaving Dawn, but Candace has to have somebody to take care of her. Candace
That's why I'm
doesn't have
saying though, she
anybody
could
to
go to
take
a
care of
homeless
her.
shelter or something. You got to start somewhere like that.
Candace needs security. That's her thing. She
Right.
needs security. She
Yeah.
needs to know that somebody's going to be bringing in some money. Somebody's going to be helping me.
And somebody cares.
Right.
Okay,
That's what
so
she needs.
look what she showed us with, I don't want to say relationships, but look how she showed us how easily she had these emotional relationships with these guys on social media that she did not know. I mean, she did know Benny a little bit better because he went to 110.
Benny
She
really
did.
cared about her, tried to help her. He did.
She did.
I
She
don't know.
did. She loved Candace, and Candace loved her. That's
She
what was
doesn't know how to balance.
that was so surprising to me that Candace didn't show any emotion. Not any that I saw.
She don't know
Sometimes
how.
it's
Which
hard for people
Daniel
to show.
Callahan,
I mean,
Tilly,
2 or 3 days later, they're having a damn yard sale.
Tilly,
Explain,
are you
explain
talking
that one
about
to me, Lucy.
are
Explain
you
that one to
talking
me,
about
Lucy.
Daniel Callahan, Tilly? His name is Daniel Callahan. Is his name. But no, yeah, I mean, just it is weird, you guys, the yard sales and stuff like that, because whose stuff is she selling? Is she selling Dee Dee's stuff, you guys? Anybody know?
I don't know. I don't.
I don't know.
I don't know nothing
I
about
don't
the
know what
DD
she's doing in
situation.
Georgia, but she's absolutely attracted people that's been connected to her daughter's missing case for several years now. It just seems like it's a rinse and repeat with the people that's directly involved
Yeah,
going
there's
back
always
to
a new
her, and she's
player.
calling on them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she is. I get what you're saying because she's gone into a lot of people's chats and
You know what?
she's trying to say that she's just trolling them. And
I
I'm
know
like,
I don't think she
that.
knows how to troll. She's
I
not a
right.
know
troll.
that Dee Dee loves yard work. I do know that. She likes
Okay.
being out in nature and doing stuff like that. Always.
Well, yeah, that's good. That's good.
So they could have been her tools. I don't know.
Well, I just heard so many different things.
I
They were
just
waiting on
said
the.
could. I said could have been. I did. I don't say. Okay, allegedly. Shoot, I'm trying to put a knee brace on. It's not working out too well.
Well, maybe we can get Candace to come help you. It only
I
take her
started to
2
say the
minutes.
same thing. Hold on, let me call Candace.
It only take her 2 minutes, Sherry. Not a problem.
I don't want to sound like I am mocking or defaming or belittling in any kind of way to Candace.
Right,
I don't want to seem
right.
that way at
That's
all.
what I'm not.
But
Yeah, I'm not trying to go that direction either. Really.
I'm just saying.
But with her being so public during all this time, there
Yeah,
are
so it's
features and
unusual.
characteristics about her personality that stick out like a sore thumb.
Well, I think what bother a lot of people is the like
Genevieve, I agree.
like the
It
top
was
secret
inappropriate.
stuff.
Inappropriate.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
was trying to say, Genevieve. I
It's
wasn't trying to say she
inappropriate
was
to a
slow
lot
or
of
nothing.
us.
Absolutely.
But honestly, I am not going to sit here on my channel and say that her and that guy are doing, I mean,
I'm not saying that at all.
doing the deed. I'm not going to say
That's
that.
none of our business who she sleeps with, you know?
Right. It's the whole moral compass of all of it, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe
I get
she's
that.
Yes, and it's
Maybe
the
she's
public
staying with him.
observation that she absolutely has a codependency issue.
Yes.
Maybe
I
she's
agree.
just staying with him so he has
But
company.
it just seems like people, and this is just from what I've seen, I don't know about anybody else. It seems like people that you know, she was getting close with these people, and then, you know, at the drop of a hat, she was just dogging on these people, and you know, it was like people that we had always heard had been good to her were the ones that she was doing dirty.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it's
going to
weird.
ask you, Rebecca Cobb. I know who you're talking about. And those people supported her.
There's
and
quite a
belie-
few
and
of them,
believed-
Sherry.
They believed in what she was saying, honey.
Well,
and
I don't know
There's
if
a
they.
lot of people that supported her in the beginning and all the way through, and she's burnt bridges.
Yeah, she's
Were they
burned
supporting her or were they coddling and enabling her?
Well,
I
that
didn't
too.
enable her. I never said any
I say
money,
both.
not any gift,
That
not
too.
anything.
But there
I
were
did-
also.
I never did anything.
There was
and I have my
also
reasons
people.
why, and I had them why back then.
A lot of people also were
4
being
years
nice
ago.
to Candace. That way, if Summer was ever found, then guess what? You know, they could possibly, you know, meet Summer or whatever if she ever come back home. A lot of people befriended her because of that. A lot of people defended her. So, you know, it
A lot of
couldn't.
people befriended her to the point they enabled her. I'm going to tell you something about enabling and helping, okay? Enabling is when you do something for someone they can do for themselves. Helping is do it for someone that cannot do for themselves.
Well, my thing is,
That's the truth.
I
I agree with
personally
you,
don't
Sherry.
care who helps Candace. I mean, her being
Everybody
supportive.
needs
That ain't
somebody that cares in life, no matter who it is. They
exactly,
do.
exactly.
Because a lot of people don't like me, but I got people that do love me and care, you know?
Well,
And that's okay.
the only thing I think kind of gets me is because, Candace is doing this, and how did we learn about Candace? Because of Summer.
Mhm.
So
And
Candace,
remember in the beginning, it come out that she allegedly has FSA too, FAS.
Fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yes.
yes, but who said that?
I
I
said
said
it.
it again. I can't remember. That's why I said
I
allegedly.
said it.
Was
You
it
might have
not
said
her
it.
own mama that said it in the interview?
Somebody said it in the beginning.
Yeah,
If my
I'd have
memory
to,
is not,
Well,
I,
okay. I've worked with a lot of children, and the ones that have difficulties, and I know the parents' history. When I talk to them, they'll say, "Yeah, I was on so and so when I was pregnant." Da, 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 da. So that just told me everything I needed to know.
yes, but it tells you what you need to know, but you don't know if that's factual or not.
If the parents that I dealt with at school, yeah, I do
Well,
know.
no,
We're talking about
I
Candace.
completely see,
I,
I see what you're saying, but I'm saying
Yeah, some of them
there's,
admitted it to me.
Yep.
well,
Genevieve, what was you
yeah,
going to say,
Sherry,
love?
but Candace didn't admit it to you.
Remain
Did
calm.
she?
I
Genevieve
work,
said say something about it.
Do what, babe?
I work with adults. I'm a resident care trainer, a professional resident care trainer for adults who have disabilities, environmental,
Would you come
intellectual,
over here,
developmental.
Genevieve? Would you come over here and get this knee thing right? I've been having problems with my left knee, and I'm not
No,
obese.
only Candace can do
Sherry.
that, Sherry. All right, go ahead, Genevieve.
Well, maybe
I
Candace
work
has
with
it.
individuals with those type of disabilities,
Right?
Yeah.
and the training that we get when we enter that type of profession, we have to be knowledgeable and educated on different levels of disabilities. Now, I
Yeah,
don't know what
I
Candace's
bet you know
diagnosis is.
CPR. Hey,
I don't
I
know for
Genevieve,
do.
sure either.
I bet you know
Sherry, let Genevieve
CPR.
finish, lady.
Okay, but I bet you know CPR.
I
Sherry,
do know
only you do,
CPR.
lady.
I know. I was just playing.
I'm going to give you
No,
reverse CPR, Sherry,
okay.
if you don't hush.
So this is what okay. So
Okay.
you got that training, but what I'm saying, you're basing that feeling that could have Summer could have had that only from what you've seen in videos from church,
No,
and
I'm not talking about
No,
Summer.
Summer
I'm
didn't
talking about
have it.
Candace.
Yeah,
I'm
me
talking about
too.
Candace.
Candace.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
based on observation alone and what has been shared openly with open interviews
Yeah.
publicly is what
Yes,
I'm
I know.
basing my opinion on. Now, I have
That is my.
seen the coddling and the enabling of Candace, and I've seen it from different directions and perspectives of just genuine empathy. I think a lot of people went to Candace's defense automatically, especially the women that were watching what was going on, just out of a natural motherly instinct.
I was cordial.
But wait a minute. This is
I
what
was
I'm
cordial, but
saying.
I wasn't
Okay.
in on that.
You talk about the fetal alcohol syndrome, but what I'm saying is Candace is an adult woman now, and she's been through substance abuse and
Right.
alcoholism that we know as factual. How can you look at her today and come up with the assumption that don't forget, when she was born, she had a hole in her heart. Okay, so you got to
Okay,
take that
there's
into consideration. I'm just saying, just watching her and seeing the shit that she's done, what in that is telling you the possible fetal alcohol syndrome?
I
How
didn't say
are you
that.
just
I'm saying that she's absolutely got a cognitive behavior disability, that she cannot balance out her emotions. She cannot balance out a natural instinct of things. She's not able to. Her mind and body will not allow her to do that. That's the characteristic that that her overall medical and mental health condition has disabled her in being able to do.
Okay, so let me give you
May
an
I,
example.
may I
And wait a minute.
interject?
Wait. Let me give an example
Why
real
do I
quick.
always have to wait?
Because I'll lose my train of thought.
Well, this was very important, by the way.
Okay, go ahead, Sherry. Go ahead, ma'am.
Now
Go
you
ahead.
made me forget it.
No, see, now I forgot what I was going to say. No, I'm just playing with you. No,
I'm playing with you too.
okay, let me use this as an example, Genevieve, okay? So when, and I have to say allegedly, because we don't know if any of this happened, right? If
I
Candace
understand
was
what you're saying, asking.
if Candace was in a position, from what you've seen of her behavior and stuff, do you think that the possibility of something happening to someone and her mind just shuts down on her and she doesn't, contact the right individuals about something happening? And I basically, oh, I hate to say it.
Well, she
Anyhow,
knows what to do. That's
so
crazy. She's
no,
seen it on TV.
I understand what you're asking, Remain
Gary, it
Calm.
doesn't matter if
If
you see it
if
on
she's
TV or not.
if she is
Well,
if she is if cognitive dissonance disorder is part of her overall diagnosis, I can see her being in a stress point, like in the event of a trauma,
yeah,
what we would deem a trauma. I could see her in that situation to
yeah.
where
She
she would go
shut
into
down.
that fight or flight mode
Yeah,
and shut
no,
down
she shuts down.
and being
She shuts down.
appropriately responsive.
Right.
That's
Thank you.
yeah. I just told you she shuts down.
Yeah. I mean,
And you
because of
did too.
the fact, I mean, she like when Summer went missing, who's the first person she said she called? Was Dawn, right? Not 911. She called Dawn first. Dawn told her to call 911. So now you have a
Yeah.
situation where she's possibly, allegedly at someone's house. They have a medical crisis, and Candace, calls
May,
the significant other of
may
that
I
person.
interject again, please? This is very important.
Okay, go ahead.
The first 911 call I heard was the mother was on a run.
Yeah, they
Now
said that.
I took that to mean like on an errand. That's what we
Right.
said.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
a
go
good
on a
thought.
run. I took that as an errand, but then it
That,
got changed. It got changed into a walk with another
the main
911
one to go
call.
by, the main one you want to go by is the dispatch call, because they haven't released the 911 calls yet.
Well, the first one said the mother has gone on a run.
Right. And that's I believe, the same one where they said Summer was 4 years old.
Yes.
And something else that they didn't get correct, I think. But,
Yeah, I know.
Now, given that situation alone, the benefit of the doubt with it being Candace, if she was in a panic mode, that fight or flight, because Summer was missing, it's understandable in her giving that information in a panic incorrectly for it to be relayed to the
yeah,
other
that's
responding
true.
people.
That is true. Because, see, a lot of people, I'm glad you said that, Sherry, because I'm sure a lot of people didn't think about that like Sherry did,
And you got to think about it. These are
People don't
country
think about
folk.
it like that.
These
The
are
mother
country
went
folk.
on the mother was on a run. That was the first dispatch. You can go back and try to find it, but it's there. The mother was on a
Well,
run. I took that to
keep in
mean
mind.
an errand.
Keep in mind, these are country folk that we're dealing with, and slang phrases and words mean differently
Well, let me
than
tell
to the
you
common
something.
ear.
I grew up
Absolutely.
country. I grew up country.
That's true.
I did. I grew up on a farm. I did. Look, I grew up at the lower part of the Appalachians in Georgia. You know, where you start the Appalachian Trail in Georgia. Well, I live not far from there. So, I mean, going to Tennessee, going North Carolina, going to anybody was not hard to do. But, yeah. Yeah, if you've ever heard of Cades Cove, I don't know if you have, but that's where all my kids are from on my paternal side. It's a national park.
I
People
know
go
where
through
Cades
it all
Cove's
the time.
at. I lived in East Tennessee
Well,
for over 20 years.
I grew up in
Have
the
you ever
backwoods of
gone?
Kentucky, and I say
Have
stuff
you
and
ever
people look
gone
at me
to Cades
cross-eyed.
Cove? You ever go to
Yeah, I've been
Cades
to
Cove?
Cades Cove. I've been all the way up through there.
Isn't that
Been
beautiful?
into White County, all the way in Knox County. The jobs that
Oh
I had
yeah,
when I lived and worked in East Tennessee, I got to visit a
I
lot of
love
those
it. I
places.
love it. I love it. I love it.
Um,
well, I'm
I
just
still,
thinking, as far as with the fetal alcohol syndrome, I kind of put that on the back burner because, like I said, she is an adult. She's not that young, and from her addictions and everything else, and the dysfunctionality of her family that even goes back generations. Um, I just feel like that it some of that may look to be like the fetal alcohol syndrome stuff, but I mean, with her addictions and stuff, I think it would be hard just to be able to say something like that, just because she may be, doing a behavior or something that could
It
be
was a
classified that.
supposition. It was a supposition. It wasn't a
So,
fact. It wasn't a fact. It was a supposition.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, I was just having a conversation. But no, Twister had brought it up before that Candace had that, and I was like, wait a minute, because there's no actual proof that she did have that. But I didn't know that she allegedly, whatever, had a hole in her heart, and that's
She had
how
a
well,
they.
baby. She
well,
had a
now we're
baby.
talking about things based on assumption because none of that falls in the parameters of privacy and medical and
Right. Yeah, that's what
HIPAA and
I'm
all
saying.
that. So we're speculating at this point, and we're only basing our comments and opinions on what's been made public.
Yes, and
Right.
whatever we say or anything on this
Right.
channel is not a reflection on the Creator. It's not a
Now,
reflection on
Yes.
the Creator.
Well, I'm a big receipts type of person, and I do. My big thing is, hey, if it's your opinion or something, just let everybody know, and because it's so easily, and that's how so much of the misinformation got spread in Summer's case was people were taking speculations and all kinds of different things, and you know, and maybe not meaning to, but in a chat they put it down and somebody seen it and was like, looking at it as factual when it was only, your opinion or
Yes.
speculating or whatever. And I mean, that took off like wildfire.
Sorry I
And
brought that up, RC, but I did say allegedly when I said it, because that was a thing in the beginning, and I just wonder if
no,
that plays in
no,
how
no. I
Candace
just
acts.
wanted to
It's
have
not
a
my business, but it
Well,
plays a
no,
huge
I
role if
I
it's
was
true.
just interested to see, because I had never heard Candace publicly say that about herself.
I can't remember where it came from, but I would be interested to go back. I mean, not to out her medical conditions, but it was
No,
out there.
it
she
Right,
put
it
it.
abs-
She put it out there. We wouldn't know about it. We couldn't get it from the hospital because of the
right.
Well,
or
HIPAA
somebody
law.
put it out there.
Well, somebody did, but because of the HIPAA law, there can be no exposure anymore about
Hello.
Right.
health care.
Hello, everybody say hello to Justin.
Hey,
Hi, Justin.
Justin.
Hey,
But I don't
Justin.
mean to be rude, guys, but I'm still celebrating my birthday. I had to work
Oh, happy
today,
Oh, happy
and
birthday.
birthday. Okay, be quiet. I got to sing
Happy
her happy birthday.
birthday to you. Happy birthday
To
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy birthday.
birthday.
Dear
Genevieve, happy
Happy birthday
birthday
to you.
to you.
Y'all
All
are
right,
so
real
sweet.
loud.
Thank you so much. Well, we're getting ready to eat. Y'all are welcome
All
to
right.
join me in spirit, but I'm going to go eat.
All right, you and Mr. Genevieve have a great day.
Yeah.
We absolutely will, and y'all do the same. And if y'all are still alive when we get done,
I love you,
I might pop
girl.
back in. Love
I
y'all
love you,
too.
girl.
Y'all stay sweet.
We
Peace
will.
out. Oh, there's
Bye.
Kirst in the house.
We're all sweet. I feel like if I don't put my face up here, I need to put up my avatar because everybody else has one.
Everybody, we know
Yeah,
what you look
it's
like,
peer
Sherry.
pressure. It's peer.
Peer
Y'all have a good
pressure.
night. I'll try and pop back in if you're still alive later.
I don't know.
Bye.
Candace had what was called Bell's palsy, and you can get it from being very, very stressed out. And I believe the stress and everything just really got to her, and she ended up with Bell's palsy. Molly Golightly ended up with that too, and it's pretty wild.
Yeah, I've seen Molly have episodes of it. Her whole, like one side of her face will just, you can tell when she's
Yeah.
going through it.
Yeah, that was pretty wild because yeah, Molly went through it too.
Yeah.
But
I
I
like
don't think
Molly. I don't care what anybody says about her.
yeah, I do. I love Molly. I should roast Molly.
She's great.
I'm
I don't
going
agree
to
with everything.
I'm
She
gonna
does some
tell
crazy stuff.
everybody who I'm gonna roast, and I keep changing the roast date because I gotta be in the right frame of mind to do a roast. But we may just, I think Lisa Kay needs to have some fun. So maybe we'll do a little roast on the Lisa Kay. And
Did you see Benny call her out because she lied on Benny the other
I
day?
sure did. Well, this is the thing though. This is what I remember. And, maybe Lisa took something wrong that was said, but I think Benny had mentioned Dawn having handful of stuff, but I think when he was saying it, it was more like an example. I don't think he actually said that he visually seen that himself. But I remember something about having Don having a lot of substances in his hand or whatever. So, I mean, if Benny didn't say it, he didn't say it.
I believe him because
But
he'll own up to
I
what
do
he's
get
done
it.
in life.
Yeah,
He will.
that's the thing about it. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He definitely. I mean, if he would have said it, he would have freaking said he said it. That's just the way he is. So, but no, I'm wondering, and you know me, I always play devil's advocate, but I'm wondering if she took something like that was said and kind of, added her
She's
own
always
little.
bringing everybody else into it with bullshit. That's why she needs to start showing receipts.
That is completely on her to do that, and if
she wonders why people go after her, though. It's like she could
well,
be a good creator.
they've always done that to Lisa. I mean, them people go after her quite a bit.
She deserves it, in my opinion. Sorry, not sorry, but
Well, I mean, I'm a big questioner person, so I get into asking a lot of questions, and usually if somebody says something, I'm interested. I'm nosy. I want to know what the heck is going on. That's like the
right. Me
road stuff.
too.
I'm like, I said my thing was, she must have met Karma, and she's a boss bitch. That's what I said.
Where'd Sherry go? She mad at us?
No, she's probably not mad. I'll drop the link for her again. Why would she be mad? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. You know me though. I mess with people, and I guess sometimes I, should read the room to see if they're in the mood
No,
for
you're
it or
good.
not.
Never change who you are for anybody.
So
stay true to yourself, RC, like you are. Don't ever apologize for being you.
Well, I won't. Thank you very much for that. I
You're
will
welcome.
listen to that advice.
I don't want you to, be an echo chamber. I want you to be yourself, and that's
Well,
why
let
we
me tell
love
you,
you.
girl. I mean, I've said this 1,000 times. I've had some people say some fucked up shit. And, you know, I've just I haven't let it roll off my back because it's still there. But I will have it removed when the time is right for that. There's,
And you
you
have
know,
every right to that. You're
people
your own
say
person. You're allowed to feel your
horrible
feelings
shit.
are valid, you know.
Well, I'm not I'm not really a big hate bonder, you know.
I ain't seen you hate bond with anybody.
Yeah, I'm not real good at it.
Yes, Sandy, BURC. That's what we
Well,
love. You're
because
you.
my thing
You don't
is,
follow the crowd. You like who you like. You dislike who you like. You give people chances. You probably give people chances more than I ever would.
oh my
Honestly.
God, let me tell you, I've gave a couple people some chances and I'm like, what the fuck did you do? You know,
Stole
But
from
don't ever
you.
regret being kind to someone,
Stole
RC.
from
Never.
you.
fucking
Disrespected
crazy.
you. You give people a chance and they just really
Yeah.
they take like 5 chances.
Well, I
And
think also once
and
you
you have to
give,
get rid of those people in your life.
yeah,
You
I
RC's
do.
gotta
got a big
you gotta
heart though.
say,
She
you're getting out
she
of my
tries
house
more than she should, and that's
with or
okay.
without the police. You got out of my house with or without the police. Which way?
Well, a lot of times, you know, I can just go with, you know, words are words. And once you really get to know somebody's personality, you have to be friends with them in a way that you already know how they are, right?
Right. You got
I,
to love them for them. We're all
you
messed
know,
up in some kind of way.
well, there's just a lot of people that, you know, they say a lot of things, and I'm like, I'm not here to cause trouble for anybody else, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and
So,
words do hurt. They really do. People will want to say
oh,
words are
girl,
words,
what
but
was said?
I would
No,
rather
what?
somebody knock me out than mentally come at me. You know, I don't like
Yeah.
that.
Well, you must not have been around YouTube when Roe and Lips and Pam Tate and a few others decided that they were going to attack me and say horrible things about my
Yeah, I'm
deceased
off and on here.
husband.
I take a
I
break,
grew
come
And
up
back.
with a bunch of brats, and now that I'm grown up, I still faced with a bunch of brats.
well, that's true. You're on YouTube.
I'm not the brat.
We love you, Brat. Look at her. I love her. I do.
I'm not the brat.
In relationships, take constant work, the right people. Hey, super sensible.
I agree with super sensible.
Well, a lot of things. I've said this before. I don't want to sound redundant, but you know, I've had people talk to me, say things, send me things, do this or that, and if it's stuff that is only being sent to me because they want to try to hurt somebody else, that's not for me. Not that I'm not nosy, and I'd love to see what the
I'm
fuck is
sure
going
you got a
on.
lot of information you're holding on to that you could have done a lot of stuff with and you don't. That's
Right.
called morals. You have morals. You have a heart.
Well, I'm just not here to attack
No, she
people and
doesn't.
go
She
after
told you the
people and
truth.
shit.
She's nosy as hell. She told you the
She is
truth.
nosy, but
I
she's
admit
still got
that.
morals. Hell, I'm
Yeah.
nosy too, honestly. I just that's
So
why I
my
just
Well,
watch in the
my thing
bushes a
is, like
lot.
I said, there's a lady named Karma, and she's a boss bitch. And if people don't think that she won't catch up with your ass and let you know that she's around, I don't know what to tell people.
where can
I
I
agree with you
find?
there.
Where may I find this lady?
She comes around when she wants.
And
Okay.
everything you put out in this world does come back on you, good and bad.
It
Yeah,
does,
I know that.
I'm not talking to you,
especially
woman. I'm
I'm
just
on.
saying in
especially
general.
social media. You
I'm on the
know,
good side here.
especially
We're
social
not here for a long
media.
time. We're here for a good time.
You guys need to catch on. Really?
Well, my thing is this.
Poppy said nosy and low budget. I love
I
it.
don't hurt anybody.
You know,
You don't.
I think it's sad that I don't understand
Now,
how, you know,
Rebecca Thomas tried to hurt me many times, but
I don't believe
well,
that.
I
I've
keep
kind of
coming
lit
back.
into her a couple times, you know.
I keep coming back anyway.
I did. I kind
You
of
all
lit into
right,
her a couple
Sherry?
times.
Yeah, she tore into me about twice, and I was
You
like,
probably deserved it.
She did.
I probably did. I won't.
I hope if I do something wrong, she tears into me too. I do. I want to be held
Well,
accountable.
you know,
I do.
I don't mind. That's the way I feel. I like being corrected. That is,
Me
you
too. That's how
know,
you grow.
yeah, that's how you get better.
But I
And
just won't take someone holding me accountable just from anybody. It's got to be somebody I care about for me to care. You know what I mean? Like some
oh
stranger
yeah,
I don't know comes and says, "Oh, you need to
yeah.
do this, Cotton." Fuck out of here.
You
The
know
RC
what? I
says it.
don't
It's
ever
different.
tell anybody what to do. I say, may I make a suggestion? I mean, I'm not going to go up there, and I hate these people that go on lives and they act like they know. They make a statement that it's completely like they know it. They'll say, well, he's the killer, and use the person's name. And I'm like,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
can't do that.
yeah, but they do it, and they're like, or if they want to do it, they'll change it to he, the pronoun. He's the killer.
Well, I am going to say this,
But
and
I'm
some
just going
people,
to, I'm going to tell you this. Uh, where did these people come from anyway? Why
Their
did they,
mom's vag.
uh, their mom's uterus?
Yeah.
Okay. I believe. But I'm serious.
hey, the mouse.
Sometimes people ask the stupidest questions I've ever seen. Really.
They do.
Well, one thing that I always noticed too, it used to drive me crazy because, someone would be on somebody's panel and it was a Q&A or whatever, and it was like, especially in the Summer Wells community, if they got like Andy Bernard up on a panel to talk to him, it would be the same questions over and over and over and over. And I'm like, can't y'all ask different questions? But then again, I learned with some of these people of interest that that's basically what they try to stick to, the same questions over and over. Because if you might surprise them with a question they're not ready for, and then it's right? So it's just,
I
I
don't
don't
like when
know.
people have interview people in cases too, and then they railroad them. You know what I mean? Like, let them talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, even Roe, knowledge is power. I think I've got a live where she came up, and this is how nice I was. She came up for like 3.5 hours. She talked on my panel, told all about herself, told all about her life, which she had an interesting life. But after that was done, I was like, okay, I'm going to privatize it because I don't want people to come and take anything that she said and use it against her, right?
You was protecting her, and
it's like, those are the first people who will try to fuck you. The
that's
first
true.
people.
Some people
It's,
just lurk, waiting for that moment.
well, I mean, I don't try to argue over stupid shit. I'm human, and yeah, I probably do sometimes, but if it's something petty and stupid, I'm like, why are you all arguing over this shit, right? Why y'all argue over petty, stupid shit?
Like
But
people are
that's
still
what,
arguing over that fake polygraph shit or whatever went up. I mean, it happened. Let it fucking go. Like, there's
yeah,
more
that's the
shit
thing.
to
I
put your
mean,
energy into.
you're absolutely right. I mean, anybody who's got anything to say about it would be her subs and whoever donated to that cause. They're the one.
And
They're
they're
the
okay with whatever happened.
yeah.
Let
If
it
they're
be. Let it be.
yeah, if they're good with it, why why go on and on and on about it? I mean, is it crazy shit? Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't that crazy to me. Does that make sense? That shit
Yeah, it
wasn't
does.
that crazy to me because of
I've seen
everything.
worse on here in this community.
Exactly. I've seen a lot worse.
And
For
people
sure.
shouldn't expect anything more from Cher than that, like Y'all know what you're playing with when you go there, so it's on you.
I mean, yeah, if her
If she's
people are
burnt you
good with
once in
it.
the past, don't give her a chance to burn you again.
Well,
blank.
you know, I'm at fault to do that with a couple people, you know,
But
and
not on
now,
kind of the things they do, RC, like raising
right.
money. Anytime money gets involved, it gets nasty.
That is why I have dropped a couple people's cash apps before,
We got
and
two Sherrys.
you know, yeah, there's two Sherrys. I don't, you know, I've done it before. I wanted to do it because the people needed help right then, so I didn't mind doing that. But yeah, I try not to get too much involved with. I mean, hell, I don't even drop my own cash app half the freaking time. So, you know, I just try not to do that. But I've had a couple people that, you know, were in situations where they needed help, and you know, I really didn't even question it. I just, you know, wanted to help, and so I had dropped their cash apps. But
I think I've asked for help on here once, and I felt bad doing that. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do, you know.
right, yeah, freaking Andrew Hiltz tried to do something about, because I don't ask for money on here very often, and
I've never heard you ask for it.
he was like, "Oh, you ain't never asked for money." I'm like, says the guy who fucking got enough money in a couple hours to move his whole family to another fucking house. And then you want to put that shit up
That
there.
dude's a weirdo.
Yeah, definitely.
Like they bought him computers and all kinds of stuff. Then they want to pocket watch other people.
Right.
Sherry, what you got going on, love?
She got two people going on.
Look at her. I love her.
That's
Lord help us, there's two Sherrys.
Yeah, that's my twin.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry for you.
I like
But
how
I
she does
just,
that little innocent smile.
Innocent my butt.
well, this is the thing. Okay. Do you guys think, yeah, Poppy drops it more than I do for
And there's
sure.
nothing wrong with your mods dropping it. Your mods are your mods, and they care about you, and they do it because they want to, not because you say, "Hey, mods, drop my cash out," or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
people do stuff because they care about you and they love you, and you deserve it, RC.
Yeah,
Aw,
from
that's so
Sherry
sweet.
and Sherry. I agree.
From Sherry and Sherry. But
Sherry,
I
Sherry,
have
and her other
another
sister, Sherry.
Sherry. We have another Sherry in chat,
No way.
Sherry. So we've got Sherry,
Sherry
whatever.
and her other sister, Sherry. You remember Daryl?
Daryl
Was
and
it
his
Daryl?
other brother Daryl.
Yeah,
That is
that's
so
a Sherry
funny.
show right now.
You done a
Daryl, and my other
fundraiser.
brother, Daryl.
Yeah, you know it.
Right,
Yeah.
Poppy, I know that.
That's some funny stuff. You know, only reason I'm not gonna have my cam open is because I don't want to be left out. Because you guys all have avatars.
Well, why you should be able to fix you up one pretty easy. Hey, Kirst.
Here it is. What you gonna do about it?
Kirst said, my
I agree with
opinion,
Kirst.
you're grifting when you're putting out misinformation on purpose and profiting. Oh my gosh, everybody is flipping out over that Dolly crap. Did you see that
What's
thing
Dolly done
Dolly had
now?
up? Hold on, I'll have to find it. It's the thumbnail. It was a.
I saw
I'm
him lying in the street. That's all I saw.
No,
Well, that's what
I
did see it, too.
hope I'm getting the right
I did see
creator.
it.
It
I
was
did see it.
Dolly. You did see it, Sherry? I'm gonna see if I can find it. Had
Look at
blood
Sherry's
dripping
beautiful
down
avatar. Look at her. We got a live avatar.
it.
I bite.
She do.
Dolly Vision. Let me see if I can find him.
I love her.
These are my real teeth.
Because people are freaking out about it.
Oh, somebody tried to say I didn't have all my teeth and stuff once because I never cammed up. So I cammed up and it's like, you know, I'm not knocking
You know,
anybody that
it's
does.
funny. It's funny because I wear mine, and I I've had them on quite a few times. People
Well,
just
if
don't
you
know this
paid
because I
for them,
don't
they're
skim
your
out.
teeth. If you paid for them, they're your teeth.
Yeah,
Right.
they were fucking
At
expensive.
least you got some teeth, though, RC. You know, and I'm
Okay,
not like I said, I'm knocking anyone does, but don't make fun of me when you don't know me
Well,
or what I really look like, because I'm
right,
not a catfish. You
try
right.
know,
hearing aids and see how much those are. I've had 5 pairs.
There it is.
and people lose them a lot.
No, I didn't lose. Well, I only lost one at the car wash.
This is Dolly's
In a
thumbnail, you
car wash, I
guys.
don't even want to
I
know.
tried every. I tried
What's
every
that?
kind.
What is that? The
That's
fuck?
Dolly's thumbnail. It's breaking. Summerwell's mystery solved. Now we know what happened. And it's
Now
a picture of
Wow.
Summer
is he
and
saying that now?
a shut.
Yeah.
No, that was from 7 days ago.
Oh, hell.
Wow.
It's just now coming
I don't
across
watch them either.
it's just coming across my attention because I heard somebody else talking about it. I
I
don't
thought
watch
Dolly
him
had calmed
either.
down on the bullshit after he had that heart attack.
I don't watch the guy either, for real. I mean, yeah, I
Wow.
mean, he's
Why
pretty.
do I have that name? I don't.
What do you
Jinkies
mean?
gave me that name.
Gave you what name?
Sherry's boss. I don't understand that. Does she think
You're
she's
your
my
own
boss?
boss.
She thinks she's my boss, or
Well, I don't know. Maybe you should ask her about that. I do
I
not
have,
know.
and she gave me an explanation, but it still didn't make any sense.
Oh,
He has calmed
okay.
down, Poppy. I haven't even watched him.
I don't know. When you have to get into talking about Summer and Dolly, Summer's case and Dolly,
He's a clickbait king.
the guy the
Uh-oh.
guy was going to take Candace to her first concert, which was going to be Ryan Upchurch. Ryan Upchurch said, "No way, I don't want that. I don't want her at my concert." He said that. Then you had Dolly, who met up with some girl at the concert, I guess, and something happened in a room that she didn't want to happen.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, she came out and talked about that. His girlfriend came out and said that she's the one who makes the soap, damn it, not him, and that he had been kind of
Allegedly.
I remember that. No, this is true.
Allegedly.
Okay, if you want to say allegedly.
The soap thing's true.
Well, I don't, but you
He
need
was
to.
doing the nasty
It's
with
your
poor
damn
Aunt
channel.
Betty.
You need to say allegedly.
Yeah.
His girlfriend said
Girly.
His girlfriend said it, not me. I didn't say it. His girlfriend said
You
it.
talking about the one before PJ?
No, I think it was PJ. Because she was like, she did a video and she was like, and I've got his dog right here. She had the dog. He said that they kept taking off on vacation together. Betty and Dolly.
I don't remember that.
But allegedly, the first time that they got kind of together was, I think, was it Quentin Simon or a case before that? I don't remember. So
it all runs together after so long with these people.
I mean,
It's the same players
craziness.
in every case, I swear.
Craziness.
Yeah.
So
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right.
Here I am.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Yeah, you're stuck with me, Sherry.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I mean,
But I've learned to just let people love and like who they like and love, and it's none of my business.
Yeah, I
you
don't
know?
care where people go. I don't care what the hell they do.
Well, that's what I said with Candace. It's like morally, if
really, if you want to go,
if shady shit's going on behind the scenes, that ain't none of my business.
Yeah.
But I think where it all just looks bad. It looks really bad.
Does.
I mean,
I don't think
really
parents
bad.
should be online like this with their child missing. That's just my opinion.
Well, I believe.
I understand getting exposure, but don't keep going on about it.
I believe in the mamas and the papas when they said, "Go where you want to go, do what you want to do."
And let me say this: I know
I mean that
they come
seriously
out for this.
Control your own life and don't let somebody else
Well,
control it.
from everything that I've seen and Dawn and Candace's relationship, even though they were apart when he went to jail, it's probably not hurting the fact that they're really not around each other anymore, you know?
Yeah.
The thing that I think is just pure nonsense is that because Candace isn't there anymore, a lot of people want to use this opportunity to say Don's the good guy, Candace is fucked in the head, allegedly,
And
right?
vice versa, in my opinion, you know,
And
because
vice
people are,
versa.
yeah, they find
Yeah.
that a moment of opportunity to dollar signs, you know?
Well, see, this is the thing. The first time when Dawn was in jail, she was with Kathy. So she was with a female, even though, you know, we know that she met up with Ernie at one time and, you know, shit like that. She had been around Ernie. And that's when Dawn was in jail because Benny was at home. I don't think Benny went back to Tennessee while Dawn was in jail. Oh, no, he did. He did go back, but
Yeah, he was with her
yeah,
once when Don was in
yeah,
jail.
once because him and Shanna, they all stayed in a motel or hotel or what the fuck ever they are.
Yeah, because he
You
videoed
know,
him and Candace in the swimming pool.
I didn't think that was Candace. I thought that was somebody else. But
No, it was Candace in the swimming pool.
so then, yeah, I mean, that shit was crazy. Them coming out and trying to say that that allegedly Benny had tried to get Candace to give him a kiss. It would look big on YouTube or something. Benny said it didn't happen. I wasn't there. I don't know if it happened or not, but I'm like, okay, weird shit, right? So, okay, so that's when Dawn was in jail. Right when Dawn gets out of jail, she goes back to him, right? And even though allegedly, I'm just going to say that family, every time Candace had a problem, it seemed like they were going straight and getting her and bringing her home
Yeah,
and
they were
healing
using her.
her and taking care of her. And, you know, then all of a sudden, this happens. If you believe what's being put out there, yeah, you know, that's a pretty messed up
Yeah,
situation.
I don't agree with anybody manipulating Don or Candace into their own benefit, you know?
Well, let me say this. Do you really think when Candace left that Dawn gave a fuck if she came back or not? I mean, seriously. You think he really gives a shit if she comes back or not?
I think it's a trauma bond going on.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Like,
true.
you know, he don't have to start over with Candace. She already knows him. She knows what he's like. He's got her trauma bonded, in my opinion. You know, it's just it's wash, rinse, and repeat with that marriage, in my opinion.
Oh, Kurt said, yeah, I do.
Hey, guess what?
I do
But
too.
I've got
Because he's a
these.
narcissist, maybe? I don't know.
No, why would he want her back? Remember, he left her in where'd he leave her when her and his daughter were at the motel and she was supposed to be watching kids and
That was in Arkansas, wasn't it?
I think so. I think it was Arkansas. And
I agree with
remember,
Kurt, so I think he did too, because like I said, he don't have to start over with anybody else, you know, because you start over with anybody else, it's a whole nother process to manipulate them and stuff. For you know, and Candace already knows what he's about, who he is, what he does, knows all of his secrets. You
they
know, he
both
don't have
know
to
each
start
other's
over.
secrets, right?
Yeah, they don't have to start over with someone new
Well,
going through all
and
this same stuff.
so this is what I was going to say because she wanted to go home almost immediately. She was not comfortable being there.
And
And
he probably
Dawn
makes her think nobody cares. She ain't got nowhere to go. She ain't shit without him. You know what I mean? We don't know.
and
I don't know, but I'm just
Dawn was at home. She was there. I remember Daisy made her I want to say a few $100s within a short amount of time of people giving her the money to go home. People giving her the money to go home.
I think Daisy
And
really cares about Candace. I do. I don't agree
yeah,
with Daisy
I
a
think
lot, but
you know, them girls are them girls. And, you know,
mhm.
just like Nana for life, she cared about Candace too. That girl did so much stuff for Candace. And, you know, this is what I say though, very easily, like with Kathy the friend. Yes, I seen Kathy the friend helping Candace a
Yeah,
lot,
I agree.
a lot. She did a lot for Candace. And I think Candace had Kathy the friend believing she was going to divorce Dawn. Uh, I think Kathy even took her. Allegedly, there was documentation that Candace had went and looked into divorcing Dawn. And so easily, when he got out of jail, she went right back to him,
Yeah.
which
I think
was
she's in a trauma bond, in my opinion. I
yeah,
do.
because well, this is what was weird because she seemed like she was not 100% getting better, but maybe slowly getting a little bit better. I believe Kathy and her daughter took Candace to visit the boys. And I think they met at a trampoline park. I could totally be wrong. This is just what I'm remembering.
It's so
And
hard to remember exactly because there's been so much stuff in this
and
case.
so easily in that friendship, uh, that friendship ended pretty quickly and not on the best terms. So I couldn't understand if Kathy the friend was possibly mad that she had invested all this time and probably money, you know, into her friend Candace. And Candace had her, you know, believing that she wanted to do this or do that and had made Kathy believe that to a
And
point.
maybe Candace did at that point, and then somebody got in her head.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think there was a lot of people in her head.
Because
A
like with my
lot.
ex, when I was going through the narcissistic abuse and stuff, like I left so many times, and I told people I'm not going back this time. Then I'd go back,
Right.
and
Exactly.
they say it takes a woman at least 7 times to leave before they finally leave.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what, you know, when I hear people say, "Oh, they could have left. They could have walked out that door." There was nobody keeping them from walking out that door. And a good example is Candace, right? Because when the kids were there, she felt she couldn't walk out the door, right? But then the kids are all gone. And I think in a weird way, Candace still feels like she can't walk out that door. I think she
Hey,
just,
RC, I'll be right back. I got to jump down for a minute.
okay, sweetie. And I know that sounds weird to people, but yes, I also believe that they know about each other. They know a lot of little dirty secrets about each other. And like Candace said, Don's the father of her children. Don is the father of her children. And yeah, there's DV going on. There's a lot of different stuff going on. But who was the man that Candace has been with the longest? She's been with Don the longest out of all of them. The longest out of all of them. Right? I don't like to discredit Candace I don't personally know if the extreme upper is something that Candace had done, had partaken in a certain amount of time. We know that she had addiction problems with it, and that she at some point had tried to stay away from it. So we do not know if, I don't personally know if that's something that Candace had partaken in over the last, even the last year. So, and I've said this before also, there are just many times you act a certain way with different people. You talk about different things with different people. Where with Flies or Poppy, I might have a conversation about my family or how I feel about something or whatever. With someone else, I may not feel as comfortable to talk about my family or something personal to me. And I believe that Candace had different relationships with different people. It's a sad situation all the way around. Now, my intention for today was not really to talk about the Candace stuff, but I just I don't wish harm on Dawn or Candace, either one. I really don't. And I can't say if they're guilty or innocent, and I've said that many times. But it's just if she's doing weird shit, then I don't understand it. Because don't you guys realize she can get in trouble? She can get in trouble if that certificate of this woman's passing does not have a reason. What does that mean? What does it mean if it says inconclusive? You feel they're not, Poppy? Ooh, that means a lot, you saying that. There's just so much stuff I don't understand. I'll never get an answer to it that's going to sound right in my mind. I will never understand if the state of Tennessee had information stating that there were things going on, as far as the kids and things like that, how they could justify sending a letter saying, y'all are okay now and da-da-da, and then the statement that you're allowed to be around children. So my question is, how were they even around Dawn's daughter's kids? Why all of a sudden did Dawn have to go back to Tennessee, but Candace could stay there? Right? I'm not saying that Don had to go back to Tennessee because of him being around his daughter's children. That's not what I'm saying. But something's not right there. Something's not right there. Inappropriate touching or whatever. I don't get it. But nothing that's ever been said, and I'm not going to say that everything that's been said that law enforcement isn't paying attention. Law enforcement's been paying attention since the beginning. They've been paying attention. I can guarantee you certain creators flip a name out there. If law enforcement hasn't heard it, they're going to check into it. That's factual. I mean, I can almost bet money on that. It's the games that were played. They cared about their feelings. They cared about their own feelings, I think. Then they showed caring about their daughter. But that's just me. That's just what I seen. But, you know, who am I? For sure. All right, I dropped the link. Anybody want to grab it? Or I'm going to be getting off here in a couple minutes. But yes, these plea deals are horrible. And I do recommend, I do have content on Daniel Callahan, Victoria Cox, and I talk about Callie Brunette and her two daughters. It's a horrifying case. And, you know, right now, Daniel Callahan will never see the light of day. He'll never get out of prison. He will end up passing away in prison. Victoria Cox, I will know more about her on December 8th. Is when she goes to trial. I know that let me pull her up. And yes, over here, you guys never know what I'm talking about. Done. So, let me find, okay. This was 6 days ago. Hold on, I may just show you the article. Okay, they did offer her a plea deal. She's obviously not accepted it yet, but she stands trial. The trial begins December 8th if she does not take the plea deal. October 13th, she attended a pretrial hearing. Her name is Victoria Cox. She is 34 years old. A plea was offered. They still need to go over and discuss it with her. In June 2024, Cox and Daniel Callahan were arrested in Jackson, Mississippi, after being accused of kidnapping two girls after the girls' mothers were unalived by Daniel Callahan. One of the girls, 4 years old, her name was Erin Brunette. Callahan confessed to unaliving little Erin Brunette in Jackson, Mississippi, after unaliving her mother in Louisiana. Victoria Cox is being charged with capital redrum, kidnapping, and sexual battery. Her trial begins December 8th in Jackson, Mississippi. Callahan, of course, pled guilty to federal kidnapping charges along with redrum in Mississippi and Louisiana. Okay. His sentencing is November 19th. I already told you guys what was going on with that. He is going to be held for the rest of his life. So it's just getting that case done and taken care of. So for sure. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. I promise you, we're going to get to a roast. I apologize. You guys, I just got to be in the right frame of mind to do a roast. But I think we're going to roast Lisa. Lisa K has something to say. And when I do it, I'm not doing it to be mean, okay, you guys? Yes, I will unblock her and allow her in chat when I do it. You know, I'm not going to be mean to Lisa. I'm not. Now, do I agree with people that she should show receipts? Yes. But that's up to other people whether to believe her or not when she says stuff. Haven't you guys ever had a friend that they say stuff and you're like, okay, but it doesn't necessarily you believe what they're saying, right? For sure. For sure. And, you know, I kind of wish everybody the best. I'm just glad I'm not around some of these people. I don't have the energy for all the drama stuff. I don't, but I'm nosy. Hey, that's one thing I ain't never lied about. I'm nosy. I like to know what's going on. And like I said, there's a lady named Karma, and she is a boss bitch. So sometimes when you say horrible things about somebody or, you know, or do something horrible to somebody, you always got to remember, you know, karma's a good time. She'll be out partying. Yep. She'll walk right up on you and, you know, you'll turn around and be like, how did you get there? And she's like, my name's Karma, bitch. Right? Yeah. For sure. And let me tell you, when you start talking shit about other people, right? When you start saying and doing things and that aren't very nice, well, you might just be the next content for everybody. Okay? It could happen. So, you know, you go on there and you say horrible things about people and shit that's not even true, and you're just being a bitch. Well, you know what? It's very easy for you to become the content, right? Does that make sense? I hope so. I hope so. I'm kind of excited. My granddaughter's coming home for Halloween. My granddaughter's coming home for Halloween. I'll have both of my granddaughters together. Always a good time. Always a good time. So I adore you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I know it was 3 hours. Sherry, I don't know where you went, darling, but Always a good time having you up, Sherry. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate that. I do. Thank you, KK. I love bouncing things off with Cotton Candy. I do. Good conversation. Oh, thank you, Genevieve. I didn't forget you. I didn't forget Genevieve. For real. We adore you. Hope you're getting some good rest. The mouse, I hope you're doing good. And I've got 4 minutes and counting down for sure. I will, little Deb. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Mr. A. You guys know how much I love to say bye to all you guys. Thank you, Twister. Sandy, I'm always waving at you, girl. Super sensible. Thank you for coming in. I adore you guys. I really do. Thank you Max for coming in. 606. May, you know I always adore you, lady. No doubt about it. We thank you again for the super sticker. That means so much to me. It really does. Miss Justice, I always love when you pop in. It's always good to see you guys. I do try to say hi to everybody who comes in. If I ever miss you, I apologize because, I like giving y'all a shout out for real. For real. Okay, so I'm going to get off here. Thank you guys again. Always so much appreciated. Thanks for hanging out with me and talking about these different cases and things like that. And I will kind of talk about Elena again. Like I said, Crystal talks about Elena a lot. Shoot, I was going to give you guys the link. I will, because there is a petition. Dang it. I forgot about the petition. Okay, I'm going to try to find everything I need. Wait, Fly sent it to me. Hold on. She sent it to me in my email. I hadn't even pulled my email up today. That is crazy, the mouse. You still can't get into your account? That is crazy. I know she sent it to me, damn it. Because she told me she did. Well, maybe she thought she did. I'll have to find it and no, that's not it. Okay. Maybe, okay, I'm going to have to look for the link and I will put it in. I'm going to put Crystal's link, right? And then put the link to the thing because I forgot to pull it up. Oh wait, here it is. I found it. Okay. Here is a petition that they are having signed to urge the judge to reject the plea deal in Elena Hombre's case. Right here. Let me see if I can copy this real quick. Let's see if I can do it this way. I've never tried it. There it is. Okay, here's the link to the petition. Read it, make your own judgment about it. You do not have to donate. So when you see it, if you think you got to donate, you don't. Now, the thing about it is, okay, I know that there was talk about writing the judge individually. And if you do that, that's totally up to you. But please let me give you a little bit of advice on that. Be careful with how you're wording things. If the judge looks at something that he finds an aggressive statement or something like that, it it might have him putting your email or even deleting it completely. So please just know the case a little bit, and then possibly what you write to the judge may influence him a little bit. I don't know. They're asking for 25 signatures. Like I said, when you guys pull that link up, you're not going to. There is a donation thing. I mean, let me show you. Goodness sakes. Okay, so that is where you log in, sign the petition. Okay, you do not have to. This is at the bottom. You don't have to even go anywhere near that. You just go over here and sign the petition. If you, I'm coming. If you feel uncomfortable with it, just don't worry about doing it for real. But I think these plea deals that these monsters are being able to acquire just because they plead guilty on something horrible that they did to these children are acceptable. And I don't know. I wish I could change a lot of things, and I'm not going to be one to say, yes, I can do it. But can I help in some ways? Absolutely. All right. Adore you guys. Thank you so much. Please remember Elena. Please remember Callie and her daughters. Prayers for them. There are going to be a couple cases that I have to talk about again that I didn't get to today. But thank you guys for having a conversation with me. I always appreciate it. Do you be you? Have fun with it, you guys, for sure. Thank you guys. Peace out. Peace out till next time.